July 16th, 10 minutes after 7, which means I'm on time, and we are rolling. Right, Seth? Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. That's Limp Bizkit. Do you see another cell phone behind the counter on the table? I need that. I'll take it right now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Who is that, Seth? Van Halen. What is wrong with you? Well, I'm not Sammy Hagar, so. Alrighty. Let's pull up the chat. Let's start getting everything shared. Welcome. Sorry I was late. I was disciplining Seth. He's in timeout tonight. Okay. There's the post. What are they doing? Baling hay over there on the Carthage football field? What in the world? It looks pretty bad. Typical for that place. All right, let's hit copy link. Let's hit share. I have so many t-shirts I've been wanting to send Clay in the group. The only gold we like is our trophies. I'm going to go send that right now. All right, let's go ahead and share that. Let's hit copy link. Let's go over here to a whole lot of records. Everybody watching is probably like, what is Chad talking about? I'm talking about high school sports, which we take very seriously. Especially the good old pigskin, which is right around the corner. I'm very excited. Tanner has got the new college football game, and he's been here about half the time he typically would be because of that. I've averted from purchasing it. The last video game I bought was a Harry Potter game, and I played it for about 5 hours straight, and I realized it was going to take me 9 years to beat it. And then I played it several more times. I've probably played it a dozen times, and I'm 1% complete on Hogwarts Legacy. But it's the most incredible thing I've ever played, but I don't have time to. I don't say I have time, but also Elon Musk, world's richest man who manages 5 companies, plays video games almost on a weekly basis, sometimes twice a week, he says. So if he can make time, surely I can. But I don't know how he makes time to do that because he stays pretty busy. But if he's able to do it, I think I can make some time. But I don't enjoy it that much. Sometimes I enjoy it. But now I've been on a movie kick. I'd rather watch movies. Here lately, I'm just so many I've never seen. I finally watched Back to the Future from beginning to end in order without interruption and no commercials. I've watched so many movies over my lifetime with commercials. You know, Seth? It's so awesome being able to watch a movie with subtitles and you can get locked in. Just like listening to music. When I listen to music, I like having lyrics in front of me. The Elden Ring, what is it? Is that from that game he plays? What's the name of the game he plays? He plays, it's not World of Warcraft, I forgot what he plays. It's Elder. Yeah, somebody said games are like mini movies. I know that freaking Harry Potter game's incredible. If you're a Harry Potter fan, there's a guy on YouTube who has got pretty much the biggest Harry Potter channel, and he'd never played video games before, and he started live streaming it, and that's how I first started watching it. I was like, wow, I got to get this. All right, I'm almost done sharing. I'm talking a lot tonight, but I'm sharing our video is what I'm doing right now. So I'm almost done. I'm posting on our story as of right now. Let's see what I have here. Master of Puppets is calling. Baby, we were born to run. Did y'all see that record Paul got up in Ohio today? Probably one of the most valuable records we've ever had. It will bring quite a bit. Zelda on Nintendo Switch. That's fun. Did you ever watch Shawshank? I still never did watch Shawshank. Nope. I watched Back to the Future. I'm on Marvel now, so I've had Tanner convince me I need to watch all the Marvel movies. So in the last 4 days, I've watched Iron Man, Hulk, and Iron Man 2. And I try to watch half of it at the gym, and then I'll go home and fall asleep during the last half. About the time the sun is coming up. So about when the sun's rising, I'm finishing up my nightly half movie. And then I wake up and I realize I've missed most of it and I have to go back and rewatch it, or I'll just get on Wikipedia and read what happened in the plot. But yeah, I never had watched really any Marvel movies ever up until I sat down and just watched Iron Man. And I don't know how many Iron Man soundtrack 2s I've sold. I've sold 300 Iron Man soundtrack 2s, maybe 500. And I'd never seen the movie, and I was like, all right, I got to watch them in order. So I think next is, what came after Iron Man 2? I got a chart on my phone. But I'm really enjoying those. They're not my cup of tea, but I'm enjoying them. I like serious stuff, like Jason Bourne. Iron Man 3's next. Did that come out after Iron Man 2, or was there another Marvel movie after that? Okay. I think I'm good to go. So I've been glancing at comments since I've been talking about movies, and we're ready to start the show. As soon as you're on, hit the like button. I actually have found out, I was watching Paul's live stream the other day, and I found out, you know, all those emojis down at the bottom, if you're on Facebook, those emojis down at the bottom, you can click on, wow, there's a new Bourne coming out with Matt Damon, or is it one of the spin-offs? I thought it was over after that last one. I thought it was over after he killed Tommy Lee Jones, and I was like, man, how do you kill Tommy Lee Jones? I didn't think he died in movies. All right, let's get started right now with a Judas Priest picture disc. This is an OG Judas Priest picture disc. This is the original. This is Screaming for Vengeance, and this is a $25 start. This is Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance, picture disc. $25 start. That's up for bid. That's up for bid. Judas Priest, that's now up for bid. And then where's our other stuff at? Our other stuff is righty here. Let's go ahead and put up Garbage. I think we auctioned a Garbage album last night. This one's a little bit different. This is Garbage, self-titled, standard edition, double LP, Garbage's debut album, remastered. And Laura says this is a 2015 20th anniversary pink vinyl, sealed, $45 start. Typically sealed copies have been selling for $70 up to $100. This is sealed, and this is a $45 start. $45 start, so that's up for bid. And what about the emojis? I didn't finish that. Oh, the emojis at the bottom. So I always tell people, go like the post. But I found out on Facebook, if you just hit one of those buttons at the bottom, hopefully the thumbs up button or the heart button, you don't actually have to swap off the feed. I was watching Paul's stream, and if you just hit the buttons at the bottom, that really helps. Now, if you're on YouTube, you don't have that feature, I don't think. There's nothing like that on the YouTube chat. But yeah, if you're watching, you can just hit the emojis at the bottom, and that and that actually likes the post. So if you hit those buttons at the bottom, I found out it really helps the algorithm. When I was watching Paul, I never do get to watch live streams ever, so I don't know what it's like from y'all's end. So that's how that is. All right, so we got the chat pulled up. We got our first crate. This is going to be a warm-up bin. It's some stuff we've already gone through. We've got 5 crates of vintage and 3 crates of new vinyl. We got 3 crates of new vinyl as well. So lots of stuff to go through. Austin Clay's typing. I knew he would be. That's how you trigger him. We have Share, Believe, $33.99. Share, Believe, $33.99. This is new and sealed, $33.99. And we're going to do the warm-up bin. I'm going to tell them, get on our live stream and say hi. All caps, please. Let's see if Austin Clay gets on. All right, Share, Believe. That's new and sealed, $33.99. We also have Damn Yankees. This is self-titled. It's on colored vinyl. It's $44.99. Damn Yankees, that is a gatefold. We also have Montrose, Paper Money. Montrose is a colored vinyl reissue from Friday Music. $39.99 for Montrose. And we have Nick Mason, Profiles, Mason and Finn. That is $33.99. That's actually Nick Mason and Finn, which I'm Rick Finn. Yeah, Rick Finn. And then here's his other solo album, Fictitious Sports. Fictitious Sports, of course, Nick Mason, legendary drummer from a band. You may have heard of him, Pink Floyd. He just had his albums, those two albums reissued. Okay, so we got an OG Judas Priest picture disc. OG Judas Priest picture disc. And the high bid on Judas Priest is Susie Breedlove for $32. Susie Breedlove has that for $32. Great deal. It should get more bids. But if Susie gets it, she'll be getting a great deal. Garbage. $83 of Tracy Songer. This is Garbage. 20th anniversary, pink vinyl. Judas Priest is at $38, $35. And we have Morbid Angel. Morbid Saint. I always get those mixed up. I got to be careful. Morbid Saint, Swallowed by Hell. Yellow vinyl, $49.99. Green River, Rehab Doll. That's new and sealed, $33.99. Also, Green River, Dry as a Bone, $33.99. And then Circa Survive, that is $36.99. New and sealed on colored vinyl. New bids on Judas Priest, new bids on Judas Priest. We have Cottonmouth Kings, Hidden Stash. That's on green vinyl, $29.99. And UFO, The Visitor, Gatefold, Go Vinyl, limited edition to 500, $33.99. Lynch Mob, Wicked Sensation. Lynch Mob is $74.99, and Dokken is $28.99. That's called Now Playing. That's a Dokken Greatest Hits, $28.99. So Garbage is at $90 with Tracy Songer. The other bidder, not JK, Derek Zarzaro. Derek Zarzaro set out. JK and Susie are battling over Judas Priest now. That's where we're at. We're going through a warm-up bin. This is stuff we've had in stock. Just showing it one more time to get the show started. This is XTC, Oranges and Lemons, $49.99, a 2LP, 200 gram. Share Living Proof is on colored vinyl, $33.99. And Van Morrison, Now Playing. Van Morrison's on Sea Blue vinyl, $26.99. We have Miles Davis Tutu. This is one of those Rhino All Analog Masters, $39.99. The only one I have left. $39.99 for Miles Davis. Slayer, Haunting the Chapel. Now we're getting into some really new stuff. Stuff that was, I think, came in on Friday. So there might have been some people that passed then. I think I hadn't shown it since then. Here it is. It's on red and black split colored vinyl, $36.99. First two auctions. If you're just getting on, you hadn't missed anything. This is Judas Priest. It is at 55 with Susie Breedlove. That's a final call because JK says out. And Garbage is at 90 with Tracy Songer. That's a final call. Dustin Riviera wants Slayer. That is sold to Dustin Riviera. And Seth, I'd say if there's something written with Iron Maiden on it, I'll take it. Well, we're going to go ahead and do some of those tomorrow, actually. Yeah. No, not tonight. Well, no, I meant for tomorrow. Yeah. We have Rascal Flatts, Greatest Hits, $33.99. Rascal Flatts Greatest Hits, that is 33.99. 2LP, their Greatest Hits, and Slayer, Diabolus and Musica. Slayer is $33.99. Garbage Info. The high bid right now is $90, and that is with Tracy Songer. It's a 20th anniversary. 2LP, pink translucent vinyl. It's sealed, and it's a final call. Those typically have been selling for anywhere between $75 and $100. And then Judas Priest is an OG picture disc. Susie has that for $55. I usually give the final call on those first two auctions just because a lot of people's getting on. The show is just now starting. Echo and the Bunny Men is $33.99. I'm pretty sure I said it, but there's Dustin Riviera Slayer. He gets the first purchase of the night. Echo and the Bunnymen's 1983, a live concert, a bootleg, $33.99. Deftones, Adrenaline, that's new and sealed, $33.99. And the Psychedelic Furs, live in New York, that is an unofficial release, a bootleg, 1982, 2LP, $44.99. Garbage is sold to Tracy Songer then for $90, and Judas Priest is sold. Judas Priest is sold to Susie for $55. That is gone. There's the Psychedelic Furs, and there's Slayer, Seasons in Abyss. That one's $36.99. All right, let's get some new auctions going. Next new auction is Primal Scream. Should we get something like that going this early? Let's go ahead and do it. And we have Pearl Jam, a Walmart exclusive, Rear View Mirror. First thing, there's Slayer, $36.99, and we've still got 3 copies of The Spirit of Christmas, Ray Charles. Last Christmas, those were out of stock when I wanted them. I know it's July, Christmas in July, literally, $33.99. That has the song from Christmas Vacation on it. Pearl Jam, Rearview Mirror, black and gray vinyl, a Walmart exclusive. A 2022 press, sealed, and this is essentially a Pearl Jam Greatest Hits Volume 2, $25 start. Black is on here, Breathe. Daughter, elderly woman behind a counter in a small town. Better Man, that is Given to Fly. That's a $25 start on Pearl Jam. And then here's Primal Scream, Volume 1. Primal Scream is a 1987 US OG pressing with the original inner sleeve. No condition notes on Primal Scream. That's on the Mercenary label. Extremely nice vinyl, $20 start. There is the original inner sleeve, and there is the cover. There's Pearl Jam, there's Primal, so PJ and PS are up for bid. We also have the best of the Psychedelic Furs, one copy left, $33.99. XTC Drums and Wires is $39.99. Black Flag, What The, is $33.99. Corrosion of Conformity, Wise Blood, $46.99. And then our last copy, the indie exclusive of Fish, Evolve. Fish is $39.99. Greg Brown's at $25 on Pearl Jam. Tribe Called Quest, The Low End Theory, $39.99. And Deftones, White Pony, $39. And let's go ahead and finish with the crate with the Misfits. The Misfits is $33. Christopher Morris wants Share, Believe. We're down to 3 copies of Share, Believe, and we have Christopher Morris, also a double comment there, getting Rascal Flatts. Life is a Highway. What's the rest of the lyrics, Seth? And I want to ride it. Good job. You won't have to get fired. I love having Seth here. There's somebody to pick on all night long. Primal Scream has a bid for $20. Pearl Jam has bids for $27 and $30. If anybody else wants anything that I sold out of, like Rascal Flatts or the Slayer Haunting the Chapel, let me know and I'll put you on a waiting list. Let's go straight into new stuff. I've got 3 crates of new stuff. We have 2 full crates of auctions. One of them is for tomorrow. John is off on Wednesdays, so Laura will be here doing all of the pricing exclusively. So I've got Seth here, and we've already got a head start on tomorrow's auctions. But last night, Monday night, we didn't have any auctions, but we may do. I found crates of sealed and Japanese stuff that John had discovered in the bag. So we found some good discoveries. This first crate of new vinyl has lots of waiting lists. Let's go ahead and do that. The Megadeth are in today, Dave Sibler. They are in today. All right, and now Primal Scream as a final call to Colin. He only has that for the opening bid of 20. I'm sure he wants me to end it. It's a final call. And Pearl Jam's at 30 with Shane Devers, Greg Brown, and Leslie. Y'all have been outbid. And I need my laptop. Is this somewhere over there? There it is. I don't know if I have enough battery or not. It's time to do the good old charger situation. I'm going to need it tonight anyways when we're doing movie posters. All righty, let me do this. So I see a whole crate of Japanese. So tomorrow, the auction situation, we're probably going to have a little bit of mix. Probably going to have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And where's the other surge protector around here? Oh, there it is. Of course, Seth is hogging it. And there's strike 2. Using a surge protector without written permission of Chad. That's strike 2. All righty. Oh, put that back up there. Put this here. Can't wait to have a state-of-the-art studio built just to do these sales. Also, I have some auctions here that Seth's made a bet on, so I can't wait to show those. Hope you have your parachute, Seth. All right. Was I on a wait list for Slayer? Not for that one. No, not for that one. I put up my charger, but I didn't grab my laptop, did I? I didn't. Let me do that right quick. Oh. Being destructive. I'm tearing stuff up, ripping stuff out. But when I get set up, believe me, we'll be ready to go. Right, Seth? All right. That's what I like to hear. Let's open up a spreadsheet. Thank whoever created Microsoft Excel. Without them, what would we do? Some people probably wish it never was created. All right. First record, nobody else bid on Primal Scream, right? All right, Colin Butler, you get Primal Scream, opening bid $20. Thank you, Colin. That is sold to you. That's done. And then Pearl Jam is officially sold then to Shane Devers for $30. Nobody else really set out on that, so I got to sell it. That's sold to Shane Devers for $30. Welcome, everybody. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button over on Facebook. I would greatly appreciate it. And let's go ahead and do Hawkwind, and let's do Thor. Let's put up some auctions. The Black Keys have not sold. We've only done 4 auctions. The show is really just starting, kind of with new stuff right now. Stray Cats, Greatest Hits, and this is on colored vinyl. I think it's splatter vinyl. There was a waiting list. That's why I had to get my laptop. Cynthia Herdron, Peter Mazzolino, and Lily McCurry. Cynthia Herdron, Peter Mazzolino, and Lily McCurry. So 3 of these are already pre-sold for $33.99. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. I got 2 extra copies of Stray Cats, Greatest Hits, back in stock, $33.99. So there's 2 if anybody wants one. We have right here a 1978 U.S. pressing of Thor, Keep the Dogs Away. Thor is a 78 U.S. pressing. It does have a corner clip. It has the original on the sleeve, and that is a $15 start. $15 start on that. And this is Hawkwind, the Xenox Codex, the Xenon Codex, one of the two. It's a 1988 U.S. It is a $20 start. That is Hawkwind. No condition notes on this one. No condition notes on this one. Hawkwind, that is a $20 start. So there's Thor and there's Hawkwind. David Campbell wants a Stray Cats. That's so did David Campbell. 1 extra copy. The next record is George Lynch, The Lost Anthology, which is a 2 LP blue vinyl, $34.99. And Angela Lewis was on a waiting list for this. So 1 copy is already sold to Angela Lewis. It's a 2 LP for $34.99. If anybody else wants a copy, that's George Lynch, Lost Anthology. 1 extra copy of that. We've already sold to Stray Cats. And this other one, we've continued to have a waiting list for this. I've lost count. We've sold a bunch. Of course, one of the very popular bands, Cinderella. And this is live at the Key Club. And there has been 3 people, again, on a waiting list. Michael Rudolph, Rob Beam, and Rob Bobby. Michael Rudolph, Rob Beam, and Rob Bobby. So 3 more people on the Cinderella waiting list. So 1, 2, 3. I've got 2 extra copies tonight. $33.99. Hawkwind's at 30. Greg Preston wants to George Lynch. Now there's 2 Cinderellas. And that's live at the Key Club on marble, pink, and purple splatter. $33.99. So Hawkwind has 1 bid for $30 with Chris Knapp. Going twice, going 3 times. No bid on Thor yet. Looking for a $15 start before I make that a buy now. Wayne Carr wants a Cinderella. There's 1 Cinderella. All the Heart Greatest Hits are in. Yes, Heart Greatest Hits have arrived. They're all sold. I think I got 1 copy left. Mr. Big is $34.99. I'm pretty sure there was a waiting list for this. It was Jamie Diaz. Jamie Diaz was on a waiting list for Mr. Big. There's 1 extra copy. That's called Lean Into It. 30th anniversary. That is $34.99. 1 extra copy of that left. And this is a new release. Dr. John, Frankie and Johnny. A lost solo piano concert from the Night Tripper. Originally put the tape in 82 or 83 for the Clean Cut label. These tracks remain unheard until now. That's an unreleased Dr. John. $34.99. Comes out Friday officially. Also, Adventure wants a Cinderella. I only had 2 extras, so Tim Floyd, if you're okay, I'll put you on a waiting list and I can have those in this week. I know that for sure. So put Tim Floyd down on a waiting list. If he doesn't, just let me know. There's Dr. John. That's a new release. It's called Frankie and Johnny. And then Nina Simone. I was only able to get 1 of these, and we had 4 people on a waiting list. So there is a back order on these now. The waiting list on this, though, Simone, the waiting list on this was Debbie Blair, Angela Lewis, and Paul Brothers in that order. So Debbie Blair gets this one. Angela Lewis and Paul Brothers still on the waiting list. So give this one to Debbie Blair. Dr. John is sold to Charles Verano. And Donna, if you're okay with it, I'll put you on a waiting list. Hawkwind is sold for $30 to Chris Knapp. And if anybody wants Thor, it's a $15 buy now. So put Donna, YouTube Donna, on a waiting list for that. Next LP up for auction is King Cobra and Bruce Dickinson. We got some cool metal LPs being slipped in tonight. We got some really cool stuff, and I think Seth's getting more ready. Mostly because we just bought some insane collections to that Paul, I'm about to show you some of the stuff Paul's buying today in Ohio and other places. But first, I got to take a drink of V8. Give me 1 second. All right, so we have Donna on the waiting list. She said she's good. Tim Floyd's good with waiting list for Cinderella. David Campbell wants Mr. Big. So the only thing left in here is the Stray Cats. Here's our next 2 auctions. Bruce Dickinson, Tattooed Millionaire. Legendary Bruce Dickinson. We have 1990, a Mexican pressing. Tattooed Millionaire. This was a Mexico pressing. EX condition. $25 start. Bruce Dickinson, Tattooed Millionaire. EX, $25 start on Bruce Dickinson. And King Cobra, Thrill of a Lifetime. King Cobra is in shrink wrap. It's a 1986 USOG with the original under sleeve. The vinyl's EX, and that's a $15 start. King Cobra, also shrink wrap and hop sticker. So Bruce Dickinson and King Cobra are our next auctions. Next was another waiting list we had. This is George Lynch and Jeff Pilson, Wicked Underground, 2 LP green vinyl. And all these George Lynch albums, the reason I've had them the last few nights is they're all kind of on sale. So they are discounted, which typically means I discount them cheaper than what they normally would be. So technically it's an on-sale record. And Angela Lewis was on the waiting list for this. Angela Lewis. So this one sold to Angela Lewis, and there's one extra copy, and this is a 2 LP green vinyl, George Lynch, Jeff Pilson, Wicked Underground. That is $33.99. So King Cobra and King Cobra getting bids. No bid yet on Bruce Dickinson. So one extra copy of that. And then I think y'all remember the other night, there was a lot of interest in these. Megadeth Live, a night in Buenos Aires. It's a 3 LP blue vinyl, another record that's on sale. I found some metal stuff on sale, which you don't hear that too often. And they released Megadeth. When this came out, they released a lot of different colors, and I think it actually hurt them. I don't know if y'all remember, when this came out, it was like on 5 different colors, and it was really confusing. And they were pretty expensive originally. I think originally they were like $59 or $64. So this is almost like half off. They've got these marked down really good for me. So a 3 LP Megadeth is now $34.99, blue vinyl. And I've got 2 people on a waiting list, Fred Cardinale and Brian Thurman. Fred Cardinale and Brian Thurman. These are $34.99. There's one and there's another. So I had 2 people on a waiting list, Brian Thurman and Fred Cardinale. I've got 2 extra Megadeth, blue vinyl, $34.99. All right, so King Cobra, yes, it's a 1986 USOG. Yes, King Cobra with shrink wrap and hop sticker. That is correct. And we had opening bids for 20, 20, 20, 25, 35. David Campbell wants a George Lynch. Greg Preston, if you're okay with it, I'll put you on a waiting list for the George Lynch and Jeff Pilson. So give that one to David, and Greg's next. And then we have JK getting a Megadeth. That is sold to JK. And we have King Cobra at 40 and 40. Bruce Dickinson is an original. It's a Mexico pressing, 1990 Mexico pressing, Tattooed Millionaire, EX condition. It's nice. It is a Mexico pressing. A lot of people prefer a US or a European. That's Mexico, $25 start. Alonzo gets the last Megadeth. King Cobra's at $45. And Bruce Dickinson's at $25. The next LP, we had one person on a waiting list, and that's Stray Cats live at the Roxy. Awesome concert, 1981. That is a gatefold, and I think it has a book with it. Don't hold me to that, but it's $33.99. And there was one person on a waiting list, Fred Cardinale. Fred Cardinale on the waiting list. So that's sold to Fred Cardinale. Stray Cats live at the Roxy's. This crate was a lot of restocks and waiting list. I told y'all, always good to get those back in. And then here is something I haven't had in a while. The Black Crowes Lines. I've only got one because I was going to take a waiting list because I know I can get more. Pink vinyl, 2 LP, $39.99. And that was originally a record store day release. And it's pretty much the exact same version. There's almost no difference in it except it doesn't have a record store day sticker. $39.99. It's on pink vinyl. Also, we have, here's another one. George Lynch and Jeff Pilson, Heavy Hitters, blue vinyl, $33.99. Blue vinyl, $33.99. Yeah, the other Megadeth is in. That will be the next crate after I go through some vintage stuff. All right. I said King Cobra was at 45 of Nick Bargeron. Bruce Dickinson got bids for 25, 25, 26. We have out and out on King Cobra and Bruce Dickinson, but Bruce Dickinson got a bid for 30, then 32. King Cobra, 48. Paul Brothers wants on the Megadeth. That's the Buenos Aires blue vinyl waiting list. If anybody else wants one, they're $34.99. I'm definitely going to order more. I think it's almost worthy of a post in the group. Brian Thurman, same thing. This is sold to Brian and Greg. Looks like you're going to be on some George Lynch waiting list, if that's okay with you. Sell that to Brian Thurman, George Lynch on a waiting list. So the only thing left in there are the 2 Stray Cats restocks, the Greatest Hits, and the Splatter vinyl, and then the Black Crowes on pink vinyl. That's the only thing left. Everything else is gone. Jen Cast also on the Megadeth waiting list, and also the Megadeth Unplugged. So lots of Megadeth tonight. We got Megadeth So Far So Good restocks, and we got the Megadeth Unplugged, which I think there's 16 people on the Megadeth Unplugged waiting list. Sean Druin also wants on the Megadeth Live waiting list, and David Campbell also wants on the Lynch and Pilsen Heavy Hitters with Greg Preston. So 2 people on that waiting list. That's on blue vinyl. And all that should be back in by Friday. Melanie will probably watch this show tomorrow. She will give me that list, and then I'll have all this ordered. This distributor, I can get stuff almost the next day, thankfully. So we can get that stuff sold and re-tagged. With that being said, let's go through our first crate of new vintage stuff, and it's a good one. I told John, I said, there's going to be a lot of this stuff wiped out. A lot of stuff in here I typically would auction. Sometimes if it's check condition, we just go ahead and sell it. So we still got the Black Crowes and then the 2 Stray Cats records. And we might go through this back crate later because it's got some really good titles in it. Tony Samuelson also on the Megadeth. And sometimes they keep these on sale literally till they sell out of all their overstock. Sometimes they keep it on sale till they get it reduced to a manageable amount and then they raise the price, which I hope they don't do that. I hope they stay on sale. I may go ahead and do a bunch. Scott Oman wants the Thor record for $15. I completely missed that, Scott. Let me go back up and try to find that, make sure I didn't miss anything else around that time. There it is, Scott Oman Thor, $15. I got it. So right now there's no auctions left. They've all sold, but except these 2 active ones. And we got Bruce Dickinson, Tattooed Millionaire. Craig Proper's at $38. That is an original 1990, Tattooed Millionaire. And then we have King Cobra. King Cobra is a final call, and this has a high bid. KK, King Cobra, Jason Jones, $48. Leslie Sibley also wants on the Megadeth Live waiting list. If anybody else wants one, just let me know. All right, first thing is Johnny Winter, Serious Business, Alligator Records. Blues Rock. If you see that alligator, you can say it's going to be bluesy or blues rocky. Blocky, rocky blues. That's EX edition, $17.99 in this original plastic inner sleeve. Not bad. Does have a clip corner vinyls EX, $17.99. So Bruce Dickinson's at $40, and King Cobra is a final call to Jason Jones for $48. The backup bidder, I think, was Nick Bargeron, and he may have already set out. Michael Peevler gets Johnny Winter. We have the Amazing Rhythm Aces, 2 Can Do It. EX condition, $9.99 for ARA. Amazing Rhythm Aces. David Allan Coe, Tattoo. That's EX condition, $32.99. David Allan Coe Tattoo, EX $32.99. Kiss, a 77 RCA pressing. VG Plus condition, $34.99. Destroyer, Tyler Yerby on David Allan Coe. Shane Devers, you are second. Def Leppard, Pyromania, VG condition, $24.99. This is Pyromania, VG, $24.99 for Def Leppard. Jimi Hendrix, War Heroes, that's in VG condition, $14.99. And Cannonball Adderley, Fiddler on the Roof. I like that cover. Cannonball Adderley, VG Plus, $16.99. I wonder if that's the guy who I collect his artwork. It looks just like it. VG Plus, $16.99. That is Cannonball Adderley. All right, Bruce Dickinson then has a new bid. Craig Proper bid $42. Also, Adventure, you're out. But Shane Jones, you get the King Cobra for $48. Thank you, Shane. That is now sold to you. All right, so DAC sold. And then Andrew Eisensmith wants the Def Leppard. Still a Kiss record in there, surprisingly. We also have the Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly, Big Hits Volume 2, VG condition, $14.99. Andrew Matthews take Cannonball Adderley. And also Adventure, let me know if you want back in on Bruce Dickinson. Albert King, Traveling to California. Awesome. On the King label. VG Plus condition, $24.99. VG Plus condition. Jason Jones gets King Cobra. I must have not said that. Is that what I not said? Is that what I didn't say? Is that what I... Shane Jones. Jason Jones. Sorry, Jason Jones. Jason Jones on that. Sorry. Yeah, that happened one time before. I said the wrong name. Chase Arnold on Albert King. Also's out on Bruce Dickinson. Final call to Craig Proper for $42. You got to watch me when I'm all hopped up on these V8s. Goodness gracious. Speaking of the blues, this is a 1972 U.S. pressing of John Lee Hooker. There is some very noticeable cover damage. This is John Lee Hooker, and this one's called, what is this one called? It's John Lee Hooker with John Mayall and the Groundhogs. A 1972 U.S. pressing. The vinyl's not bad. We've cleaned it. It's EX. It's a $25 start. It's on Cleve Records. It's John Mayall with the Groundhog. It's John Lee Hooker with John Mayall and the Groundhogs. Very noticeable cover damage though. EX condition, $20 start. There's the back of it. There we go. John Mayall with the Groundhogs. Interesting. 1972. That's a live recording. All right, let's go ahead and sell Bruce Dickinson then. That's up for bid. John Lee Hooker. Craig, you get Bruce Dickinson. That was an original 1990 Mexico pressing. That's sold. We just don't get that album anyway too often. Paula, let's see here. What happened? We have Nick Bargeron got Albert King. Or Nick Bargeron was second on Albert King. Paula, you were second on Def Leppard and second on DL, whatever that was. You were late on both of those, it looks like. There's John Lee Hooker. Our next auction is going to be the Grateful Dead. 1973 U.S. pressing. It does have some odd markings on side A that do not affect play. We have test played it. But here on side A, it has some odd markings right there. It looks like some kind of pressing. Something when they were pressing, but Laura has test played it. Does not affect play. There is some writing on the cover. Holland. It's not a Holland press, though. It's a 73 U.S. Louis Holland wrote their name on the cover. $20 start on that. $20 start on that. And there's the information on those. Moving on. New vintage stuff coming up right now. We have Fever Sale. Fever Tree for sale. VG Plus condition, $14.99. This is Fever Tree for sale. VG Plus, $14.99. Grateful Dead has a bid for $20. And that's with Charles Verano, and John Lee Hooker's a $20 start as well. This is Songs and Sounds of the Orient. This is VG Plus condition, $14.99. Songs and Sounds of the Orient, VG Plus condition, $14.99. Colin Butler wants Fever Tree. Bill Stewart was second. Kiss Animalize, a 1984 Hop Hog press, VG Plus condition, $29.99. That's an OG Kiss Animalize, original inner sleeve with that one. Grateful Dead has bids for $20, $20, $25. Paula, Def Leppard's already sold. Tony McAlpine, Edge of Insanity. EX edition, $17.99. Greg Brown wants Songs of the Orient. That's sold to Greg Brown. Josie Sinkbell gets Kiss. Those are gone and gone. And a boy named Charlie Brown, which has never been an easy record to get. This one's in VG condition, $19.99. There is some cover damage. There is some cover damage down here. Grateful Dead's now at $30. If you want to get a bid on John Lee Hooker, it's a $20 start. The vinyl's not bad. There is noticeable cover damage. Final call on that. Alonzo Breezy Brinsnow Jr. wants Tony McAlpine. That is sold. Andrew Eisensmith wants Charlie Brown. That's sold. And we have Inside Star Trek, VG condition, $9.99. I'm pretty sure that's music and spoken word. We figured that out one night. Also, Blondie, Plastic Letters. We don't get this album very often in her discography. This one and the self-titled album. VG Plus, $34.99, or I should say their album. Blondie, I think of Debbie Harry, but that is actually the band. VG Plus, $34.99. And Otis Redding in person at the Whiskey A Go-Go, VG Plus, $29.99. All right, so Donna and Paula, Orient and ST, I think all those are already gone. Charlie Brown and ST, I think those are spoken for. John Lee Hooker's a buy it now for $20. John Lee Hooker is a buy it now for $20 if anybody wants it. There is cover damage, but I had never seen that before. That's why I gave it for auction. Greg Lee gets Otis Redding. Thank you. Now, Grateful Dead is a final call. Charles Verano has that for $30. The vinyl is essentially non-check condition except for those odd marks that do not affect play. So the LP on this is really nice. If you can get over the cover writing on the front and back, overall, not a bad LP, 1973 OG. And Shane Devers on John Lee Hooker buy it now for $20. And Donna's ST was for Star Trek. Thank you, Star Trek. That is sold to Donna. All right, there's Blondie, VG Plus, $34.99. And Blues Magoo's Electric Comic Book, VG Plus, $24.99. Sorry, no comic book. Next LP is Seether. This is a 2021 US. This is in a website exclusive from Seether. Website exclusive from Seether. It's limited to 350 on some clear with purple splatter. Side D is etched. LP2 has a light dish warp. Does not affect play. $35 start on Seether, and that one is called Finding Beauty in Negative Spaces. Seether is a $35 start. Final call on Grateful Dead. We're about to sell it to Charles Verano for $30. This is Albert King and Otis Rush Door to Door, a 1974 VG condition, $14.99 on Otis Rush, and Like Someone in Love, Ella Fitzgerald, VG condition, $14.99. Seether's at $40 with Derek Samus. Everything you see in this bin is a buy it now fixed price. If you're new to our sales, welcome. Make sure you've done me a quick favor and hit the like button on Facebook. We're also streaming over on YouTube and we're streaming to X. However, I know many people don't watch on X, formerly known as Twitter. I got a notification from Restream, and I have to upgrade our Twitter to premium. That's why people hadn't been able to comment. It was buggy there for a long time, but I found out that we have to pay for premium before people can officially start chatting on there. So I got to do that tonight. Blondie is a solid VG Plus condition on that. Seether's at $40 of Derek Thomas. Let's go ahead and sell the Grateful Dead, the Charles Verano for $30. Thank you. That is sold to Charles Verano. I know many people don't watch over there, but for those that do want to watch over there and you can't chat right now, I'm going to try to fix that tonight. I meant to mention it to Jake, and while he's here, Jake helps us out technically. He's in the back putting hundreds, if not thousands, of records right now in alphabetical order. We sold a lot of vinyl last week. Thanks, everybody. As always, Randy Travis, always and forever. Randy Travis is in VG condition, $14.99. Elton John, Too Low for Zero. The cover looks like it's about VG Plus vinyl. I'm still standing. VG Plus, $14.99. Clay Moore says he'll take the Blondie. Let's get a new auction started. I meant to show these last night, and this is a mess up for me. I've got these from our Japanese dealer, and they are CDs and not vinyl. I was like, we were unboxing these. I was like, well, I made a mistake. Atomic Rooster. These are Japanese CDs. I looked at them, though. They're really nice. They're mint, just like you would expect vinyl. Both of them for a $35 start. And as y'all know, Japanese CDs aren't cheap either, and they're usually really high quality. They in gatefold jackets. They have an obi. They're actually really cool. I see some on there, and I'm like, man, should we try some of these Kiss CDs and some of this other stuff? And I'm like, interesting. But those were a mistake, so I'll see how those do. Now, Seth made a bet with me. He says if these sell for $74, he will jump off the roof of the building on top of his car. So if we can get these bid up to $74, Seth will jump off the top of the building on top of his Camaro. $74, that's it. Is that what you said, Seth? Oh, a piece. Well, we might get there. Somebody might be willing to pay that just to see it. All right, Scott Oman on RT. That's Randy Travis. That is sold. Derek Thomas out on Seether. That's a final call to Greg Preston for $43. Johnny Winter, Nothing But the Blues. This is in VG Plus condition, $14.99. Johnny Winter, Nothing But the Blues. Elton John, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. That's in VG condition, $9.99. And Peter Tosh, Equal Rights, VG Plus, $24.99. Also, we have Robin Trower, Caravan to Midnight, VG condition, $9.99. Michael Peveler wants the Johnny Winter. And we have Seether then. That's a final call, or it's already sold then. Greg Preston, $43. Thank you, Greg Preston. So the two Atomic Rooster CDs, $35 starts. Jim Hines, you were second on the Johnny Winter. Charles Verano gets Peter Tosh. That is sold to Charles Verano. We also have Leonard Skynyrd Gold and Platinum. VG condition, $14.99. And speaking of, well, this is King Crimson. I almost said speaking of Atomic Rooster. King Crimson, The Wake of Poseidon, an original 1970 CTH pressing. I've always loved this artwork. VG condition, $24.99. Paula, you were second to Randy Travis. Alex Butler wants Leonard Skynyrd Gold and Platinum. That is sold. Donna, you were second to Leonard Skynyrd. Then Jeremy Todd. Debbie Winston on KC, and those are sold. And it looks like this crate's completely full. And let's go ahead and get a new auction going. This is interesting here. I've had a lot of K-Tel comps. K-Tel alert. I've never seen this one before. Heavy. This one's called Heavy, and it's K-Tel. It is the very best of the heaviest bands around. Play loud. This is a K-Tel International UK, I believe released in Ireland. A very unique K-Tel comp. But check out some of these songs. Iron Maiden, Number the Beast, Motorhead, Iron Fist, Rainbow, Derek and the Dominoes is on here as well. So there's like some heavy stuff, but then there's stuff like Rush, New World Man, Freebird's on here, Cheap Trick, If You Want My Love, Journey, Don't Stop Believing. But then there's also Diamond Head and Tigers of Pantang. Really cool compilation from K-Tel. Never seen it before. $15 start. $15 start. Paula's RT was for Robin Trower, not Randy Travis earlier. Okay, so she gets Robin Trower. Heavy is a $15 start. Very interesting. Our first crate is full. Let me set that off to the side. Off to a great start. That was a fast fill-up on that crate. Heavy has bids for 15 and now 25. If anybody wants the 2 Atomic Rooster CDs, and I'm pretty sure I'm losing money on those. These weren't cheap either way, even though they're CDs. $35 buy it now on those. $35 buy it now on those. And then Heavy's at $25. And then, this is an unadvertised surprise for tonight. I was going to wait till 8 o'clock, but it might as well be 8 o'clock. It's 5 minutes till. This is an OG Roger Waters, the pros and cons of hitchhiking. And yes, it is the exposed butt cover. This is got the original on her sleeve, and it's very nice vinyl. Roger Waters. This album's not in print either. $25 start. The pros and cons of hitchhiking. $25 start on that. So welcome everybody. I want to give everybody a quick update on our buying trip. So Paul left Monday on pretty much a week buying trip. He's been picking up some amazing collections. I've already made 2 or 3 posts. And if you hadn't seen out some of the stuff he just got today, I'll go show you right quick right over here. This is the stuff I posted today. He bought over 4,000 albums in Cleveland, Ohio. This guy was a music critic in the 70s, and he's got some really hard-to-get promos and a lot of sealed stuff. That is one of the most valuable records I've ever had. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. We've got another one with the original script cover. We got Guns N' Roses. And I was zooming in on some of these spines. I mean, I see Roger Waters. I see XTC. I see Pink Floyd. Looks like some really good titles. And, of course, Beetlejuice, Clash, Dangerous Toys. And in the comments, I posted some Smiths photos. And then yesterday, he bought this metal collection in Kentucky. Hundreds, or I don't have an exact count, but it looks like maybe into the thousands of metal LPs, autographs, posters. And then I didn't want to post it and mess up the algorithm, but he just sent me some photos of some really cool stuff he bought. Check this out. Signed Eric Clapton magazine. He bought this stuff in Pennsylvania just moments ago. There's a signed Eric Clapton magazine. There is a drum head signed by Def Leppard. He bought a Doors album signed by Ray Manzarek. And this is some of the autograph stuff in a collection he bought. He bought a signed Bo Diddley photograph. So he bought a bunch of autographs. There's an autograph photo of the Runaways. It's signed by Cherie Currie and Lita Ford, autographed by 2 of the members of the Runaways. So he's doing some pretty serious buying. So when he gets back next week, it's going to be probably one of the biggest weeks we've had of the year because we're going to have some incredible, incredible stuff. Just absolutely incredible. All right, so when I left off, I said Heavy was at $25, and then Roger Waters was at $30. Then Roger Waters is at $50, and then we have Heavy at $35. There was not a Randy Travis putback, and then Heavy at $38. Okay, so continuing this check condition bin. Victoria Spivey presents the All-Stars Blues World of Spivey Records and Stereo. VG Condition, 1999. Smokey Hogg, Roosevelt Sykes, and Willie Dixon. VG Condition, 1999. Roger Waters is at $55. Charlie Daniels, T. John Grease, and Wolfman. VG Plus, $17.99 for Charlie Daniels. And we have Pink Floyd, The Wall, an OG VG Plus condition, 79 press, $44.99. $44.99 on The Wall. Jesse Coulter, Diamond in the Rough. Jesse's in VG Plus, $9.99. So Heavy, this really cool K-Tel comp, has a high bid of $35 of Brian Thurman. I have him at the high bid. If somebody was already in higher or you bid higher, let me know. I do see. Also Adventure 36, Brian 38. So now it's at 38, and Roger Waters at 55. I think Sean Holford, you was at 50, so you're outbid. Paul has it for 55, and Andrew Eisensmith wants the Pink Floyd, The Wall. So this is the first crate of some new vintage stuff here, check condition. I'm going to run through those one more time because there's not much left, and let's do this right now. Let me adjust my neck and spine. That felt really good. Roger Waters at 60. First LP was Toucan Could Do It, The Amazing Rhythm Aces, EX condition, $9.99. Kiss Destroyer is a 77 RCA press, VG Plus $34.99. OG, well, no, Destroyer came out in 76, didn't it? This is a 77. Yeah, that's a 77 RCA press. VG Plus $34.99. Jimi Hendrix War Heroes. VG $14.99 for Hendrix. Those typically aren't left behind. This is a Stones compilation. Original die-cut cover. I think they're all like that, unless you get an import. $14.99. Honky Tonk, Ruby, Jumpin', Paint It, Street Fighting, 2000 Light Years, $14.99. And Blues Magoo's Electric Comic Book is VG Plus $24.99. This is Albert King, surprisingly still available. VG condition $14.99. We have Paul Brothers on the Rolling Stones. Roger Waters is at 61 with Peter Mazzolino. So now it's between Sean and Peter. Sean, you've been outbid again. And the heavy comp is a final call now. That's at 38. Never seen this K-Tel before. I wonder if Stacy's watching. Final call for $38. And then we have Like Someone in Love, Ella Fitzgerald, an original on the Verve label. VG condition $14.99. Elton John was VG Plus $14.99. Another Elton John, one of his classics, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. That's VG condition $9.99. This is a compilation with Smokey Hogg, Roosevelt Sykes, and Willie Dixon. That's VG condition $19.99. Jesse Coulter, Diamond in the Rough, was VG Plus $9.99. And we have Charlie Daniels, VG Plus $17.99. Unfortunately, no comic book in Blues Magoo's. Nope, unfortunately not. So that was crate number 1 of 5 of new vintage stuff tonight. Let's go ahead and knock out this huge waiting list for the Megadeths. And let's go ahead and do this right now. So Roger Waters is out. So Peter Mazzolino, it looks like you're going to be getting that for 61. And when I come back, I'm selling heavy as well. But let's go ahead and be picking out our next couple auctions. Next record I'm about to show is a Megadeth restock, so you might want to be watching for this. Somebody just asked for Shel Silverstein. Let's go ahead and put that up, and I'll do this SOD record as well. So Mark Berger gets the Elton John, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Man. Mark, I'll give that. And then whoever else just commented Elton John, he was first at that one, but Too Low for Zero is still available if you want that one. Jerry Conklin. This is sold to Mark Berger. And let's go ahead and sell this to Peter Mazzolino. That was Roger Waters, The Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. That is sold. And then heavy is at 38 with Brian Thurman. Brian Thurman gets heavy for $38. Now we have Shel Silverstein. We've had some of his records pop up in the Buy It Now bins. Excuse me, Laura has pulled this one for auction, and this is a musical tribute to the songs of Shel Silverstein, Twistable Turnable Man. And this is a 2013, a record store day on white vinyl, limited to 1,500. It is a $35 start, and Laura says they have consistently sold for well over $50 going back to January 2 years ago. So Jerry Conklin, he was first to Elton John, and unless you want Too Low for Zero, he wants that one as well. He's picking up both Elton John's. Not much left in our first crate of new vintage stuff. That's fantastic. Like I said, he said yes. No, this one was Too Low for Zero. If that's the one you wanted, Jerry, it's VG Plus $14.99. Auction number 2 is Stormtroopers of Death, commonly abbreviated SOD. Speak English or Die. It's a 2016 on colored vinyl. One brown and one green. Never seen that on colored vinyl before. 2016 pressing of that, and that's going up for a $30 start. $30 start on that. So there's a big, I actually made a second post on this. A second post on Megadeth. So far, so good, so what? Because one, I had them back ordered at another distributor, and so when even more came in, I went ahead and made a whole nother post because this is a big restock, and this is so far so good so what. So I posted this 3 days ago. I've got 25 copies here, and I think several have already sold. Scott Smith wants one. This is Megadeth. So far so good so what. $33.99. One to Scott Smith, one to Jerry Stone, and one Dan Benedict. So Jerry Stone and Dan Benedict gets one, so there's 2 more sold. Let's also put Greg Preston down for one, Kelly Gabney. Now, if you hear your name and you've already got one, let me know. Like, there's some people that wasn't for sure, and they might have already got one on their invoice. Let me know so you don't end up with 2. Some people may want to. So some people may have commented again and did that. So we have not sold Ween yet. So Scott Smith, Jerry Stone, Dan Benedict, and then Greg Preston, Kelly Gabney, and Christopher Nagy. So Greg Preston, Kelly Gabney, and Christopher Nagy. There's 3 more sold. Then Dave Kavanaugh, Dave Sibler, and Darren Wallace. So Dave Kavanaugh, Dave Sibler, and Darren Wallace. And if you know for sure you wasn't on this post and you want one, let me know, because we're going to not have many left when I'm done here. I have to be put on your last post. If that didn't count, put me in for one. So Scott Drum, he should have been on the last post. So I'll skip him. I'll make sure he got one. I'll go back and check that tonight. Jay Lucas wants one. C. William Pop wants one. And Joshua Day. So there's one for Jay Lucas, C. William Pop, and Joshua Day. And then Ryan Vaughn and Scott Beebe. There's Ryan Vaughn. Sorry, these things aren't wanting to stand up. There's Ryan Vaughn and there's Scott Beebe's. Now, the reason this is so popular, I thought this was it never was, quote, out of print, but it hadn't been pressed. I've been buying new vinyl now going on 5 years, and I've never had this in stock. And I think it's been a few years since they pressed it, maybe longer. So it's been out of stock. And this is, there's something to do with the original mix on this too. I forgot exactly the details on that, but that is typically never available. And of course, originals get pretty pricey, always well over $100 for a nice one. So those are all sold. And let me read off everybody again. That's Scott Smith, Jerry Stone, Dan Benedict, Greg Preston, Kelly Gabney, Christopher Nagy, Dave Kavanaugh, Dave Sibler, Darren Wallace, Jay Lucas, C. William Pop, Joshua Day, Ryan Vaughn, Scott Beebe, and I'll check on Scott Drum. So that's what I have left. It should be about 10 or 11 there for anybody who's claiming one tonight. Now, back up at the top, Jerry Conklin's passing on the Elton John, so this is sold to Mark Berger. So Mark Berger, from earlier, about 4 minutes ago, you did get both of those Elton Johns. Then Amanda Bennett led us off on Shel Silverstein for $35, and then Tim Floyd wants a Megadeth. So give Tim Floyd a Megadeth. And then we have, I hadn't sold Ween yet. That was the next comment. Devin Reese wants a Megadeth. Greg Lee wants a Megadeth. The SOD is a $30 start. No bid yet. $30 start. Brown and green vinyl, Gatefold 2 LP. Then Shel Silverstein got a new bid for $36. Scott Marchheim gets one. These are $33.99. $33.99 on Megadeth. And did I get one? Sean, if it's not on the invoice that went out Monday, let me know. If you was on that original post, then that's from the invoice on Monday. But that's what I have left right there. So far, so good, so what's. Those are $33.99. If I've locked your post on one of the other posts, then they're good to go. SOD 30, 30, 30, and now Shells at 40. This was another restock. We only had one come in yesterday. This is Mud Honey, $28.99. Mud Honey is $28.99. Let me check on this right quick. Mud Honey. And yeah, Fred Cardinell got one yesterday. The last two are going to Kevin Jordan and Joe Maynard, or the next two, Kevin Jordan and Joe Maynard. I've got one extra copy. So Mud Honey, there was 3 people on the waiting list. We did one last night. There's 2 more. There's one extra Mud Honey, and that is $28.99. Dustin Odom wants 2 Megadeth. Did I already pull you one, Dustin? Did I already pull you one, Dustin? Or have I not pulled you any? I don't think I've pulled any for you, right? All right, I don't think, unless you was on this post over here. So Dustin Odom, I'll go ahead and give you 2 of them right now, unless I've already said your name. I don't think I have. So there's 1, there's 2. Dustin Odom gets 2. Nope, not on my invoice. All right, so give Sean Holford one as well. That is sold to Sean Holford. So Sean Holford get one as well. I wish I could go find that other post. I'll try to be finding it. So there was the first original post, but I said I only had 20. Yeah, this is Mud Honey by Mud Honey. Mud Honey self-titled. That first post I made, and I only had 20. I was like, I've got 20. I don't know when more will be in. They're already out of stock. And then, of course, that next week they rebooted it, and a lot more people got them. So, Mud Honey, that's Mike Massey's if he wants it. He was first to ask about it. Next is Tyler Childers, Long Violent History. Tyler Childers is $24.99. Mike Massey will take Mud Honey. That is sold to Mike Massey. And we have, I didn't realize what this was last week. This is Sturgill Simpson. It's called Johnny Blue Skies. He's under a different name. Johnny Blue Skies, Sturgill Simpson. Doug left with his today. I actually sold Doug's last week. Doug special ordered one for him. I had no idea what it was. He said, yes, Sturgill Simpson's coming out with a new album. He's under Johnny Blue Skies, $33.99. $33.99. So let's give one to Josh Tanner. No, Josh Tanner wants Tyler Childers. And then Sturgill is sold to Shane Devers and Robert Tomick. And if I would have knew what this was, I definitely would have posted a pre-order, but I didn't know who Johnny Blue Shines was. We was talking earlier, that's kind of like the Chris Gaines, Garth Brooks something. I didn't know what that was. So it's getting really positive reviews. $33.99, Seth. Do you want one? Seth said he'll take 10. Wow. Okay, so put down Seth for 10 of them. Shane got one. Robert Tomick gets one. And then Amanda Bennett first on the waiting list, and then Greg Lee. Dave Sibler says one Megadeth was pulled for me, I assume. Did you comment, Dave Sibler? Did I read off your name earlier? If you, boy, at this point, it's hard to keep up. If you just commented, yes, or did you comment on the post? Either way, then yes. Or did you say you wanted one right now? Did I read off your name on the post? At this point, it's getting very difficult for me to keep up. There it is, Dave Sibler. Yes, I read off your name. You got one. If you commented, then yes. All right, so Shel Silverstein is a final call. This is $40 with Dustin Riviera. Another SS. Shel Silverstein, that's $40. $40 on that. And then SOD is with Tim Zarnota at $42. Paul Brothers wants a Megadeth. That is sold to Paul Brothers. All right, not many left of those. And then the next LP is the restock of Dan and Shay. That's $33.99. Dan and Shay, and there was a few people, at least 2 people, on a waiting list for this. Dan and Shay, and that was, let me find it. That was Rydell Martin and Angela Lewis. Rydell Martin and Angela Lewis. So 2 more of those sold, gone and gone. There's 1 extra copy of that. So here's how the Megadeths will work. If you commented on the post, you got 1. If you commented on the old post, you got 1. Those have already been invoiced. And of course, if you want one right now, if you hadn't claimed one live, if you have not commented saying, I'll take one, or you didn't comment on this post right here from 3 days ago, which I read off everybody's name, Scott Smith, Scott Beebe, Jay Lucas, Jerry Stone, Dave Sibler, Ryan Vaughn, Dave Kavanaugh, Kelly Gabney, C. William Pop, Christopher Nagy, Joshua Day, Greg Preston, Dan Benedict, and Darren Wallace, or you didn't comment right now, you do not have one, and you might want to let me know ASAP before they're gone. There's 2, 4, 6, 8 copies left there. All right, I'm going to put those right over there, so I have a new empty crate. So if anybody wants a Megadeth, you can see the corner of them down there on the bottom left screen. That's what I have left. There's another crate of new vinyl to go through, which is another big waiting list and another new release that there's a big pre-order. First, though, we're going to go through this first crate that Laura has prepared for us. She's got some check condition stuff for us. Let's go through it. Check condition stuff here. Let's see what's in here. Do you have the Slash Blues album? I do not. I think I have them back ordered, meaning we'll get them whenever they decide to press more of them. Right now, though, we have the first thing is first. Shel Silverstein, A Final Call to Amanda Bennett for $42. And that means Alex Butler. No, that means that somebody got outbid. This is at 42 with Amanda Bennett. So that's A Final Call. And then SOD is at 45 with Dustin Riviera. That's on brown and green vinyl. $45. All right. Now we're back to going through some more. Sorry, those Megadeth albums have been wild lately. We have sold, I don't know how many different Megadeths with huge waiting list. They have a big catalog, too, that's still either not in print, never released on vinyl, or they hadn't been pressed in a long time. Countdown to Extinction, man. We could sell a bunch of those right now. Hundreds, probably. Everybody wants that album. It hadn't been pressed in a long time, and I think it's picture disc only. Free, Fire and Water. Free is in VG condition, $9.99. VG, $9.99. That has All Right Now on it. Also, Willis Jackson, Gator Tails. That's in VG condition, so we got some cool check condition stuff here. We've went check condition, check condition. Aaron Civic wants a Megadeth. So far, so good, so what? That's sold to Aaron Civic. Donna wants Free. That's sold to Donna. And we have Ike and Tina working together with the Proud Mary Hype sticker. I thought that was really cool. VG condition, Proud Mary Hype sticker, $14.99. Dustin Riviera gets SOD for $45, and Amanda Bennett gets the Shel Silverstein tribute for $42. Next record. Let's jump over here. Let's do this Iron Maiden. And we're going to have a lot of Iron Maiden tomorrow. And somebody asked, could I put up the Ween record? Let's do it. So Maiden and Ween going up for auction. Next is Jason Boxall on Ike and Tina. So far, that just leaves Willis Jackson, Gator Tails. And we have Witchcraft, Nelson Riddle and his orchestra. I thought that was really interesting. Witchcraft, VG condition, $9.99. Witchcraft, Nelson Riddle and his orchestra. The Who by Numbers. This is in VG condition, $17.99. Also, the Rolling Stones Now. The cover is in really bad condition, but it is a red label mono that's not too bad. It's in VG condition, but this cover is pretty beat. Somebody has put a lot of really old tape on it. It's $19.99, but that one is one of the more difficult ones to get in mono. Iron Maiden, Death on the Road, a 2LP picture disc. Tomorrow, we should have several other Maiden records, and then again on Thursday for y'all hardcore Maiden fans. This is a 2005 UK limited edition picture disc. There's one picture disc, there's two picture discs. It is going to go up for a $35 start. No condition notes, Death on the Road, Iron Maiden. That's now up for bid. And then here's Ween, 12 Golden Country Greats. Colored vinyl, it says. Ween is a 2021 US, which is technically a reissue. It's on brown vinyl. It has the original inner sleeve, and it's a $55 start. Ween is a $55 start. There's our next auctions. Noah Farrell, which is John C. over on YouTube, wants the Rolling Stones. That is sold. And Robert Philippi wants the Jesse Coulter from the very first bin. So we're still chipping away at the first bin. There's still some great records. I have a feeling when we recap those, there won't be anything left in that. But there's Jesse Coulter. We sold the Rolling Stones, and Iron Maiden does have a bid for $35. Ween is a $55 star. Still got the Who. Mama's Got a Squeeze Box. That's a really cool looking record. Witchcraft. Look at that cover. VG condition, $9.99. The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. That is in VG Plus condition, $27.99. That's a 1975 press. A 1975 U.S. reissue. Bob Dylan, Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. It does have some noticeable cover damage. It's a gold stamp promo. VG Plus condition, $21.99. VG Plus, $21.99. Iron Maiden went from 35 to 53. It's at 53. How much is the Nelson Riddle? It's in VG condition, $9.99. Not a bad cover. Vinyl's in VG. Shane Devers wants Bruce Springsteen. That is sold. Also, Flash, featuring England's Peter Banks, Out of Our Hands. Flash, VG Plus condition, $9.99. Jerry Conklin wants the Who. That's sold to Jerry Conklin. Tony Lewis wants the Nelson Riddle. So far, just Flash and Bob Dylan and the Willis Jackson left in there. Vandenberg, Heading for a Storm. Vandenberg is in VG Plus condition, $11.99. And Sly and the Family Stone, Heard You Miss Me, Well, I'm Back. Sly, VG Plus, $17.99. Ween has no bids. It's a 2021 brown vinyl. No condition notes and shrink. Final call to lock in a bid for $55. JK, you're out on Iron Maiden. Shane Devers just bid $60. So that's a 60 with Shane Devers. Going once, going twice. Antonio Carlos Jobim, Wave. VG Plus condition, $17.99. David Campbell on Vandenberg, sold to David Campbell. That is sold. And George Jones, Ladies' Choice, in shrink wrap, EX condition, $14.99. Ween's at $60. JK's out on Iron Maiden. And Whipped Cream and Other Delights, a classic, Herb Albert, EX, $17.99. Very clean copy. And Honeymoon Suite is in shrink wrap, EX, $14.99. Shane Devers is first on George Jones. That is sold to Shane Devers. The test press is a Black Keys album. I'm actually about to put that up. So Ween does have a bid with Bill McClintohan. He has it for $60. I'm about to sell it. He's out on Iron Maiden, so that's also got a bid for $60. Both auctions are at $60 and they're final calls. Honeymoon Suite should sell. John Mayall, A Hard Road. Eric Clapton also plays on this album. John Mayall is EX condition, $34.99. And McKinley Morganfield, a.k.a. Muddy Waters. EX condition, $29.99 for Muddy Waters. John Howard is also in on Ween, but John, you bid $55. The bid's already $60, and now there's a new bid on Iron Maiden for $70. Which Rolling Stones? That was called the Rolling Stones Now. The Rolling Stones Now. I'll go ahead and put up that test press. I was going to wait till one of these sold, but it looks like they just got new bids. This is a 2014 test pressing, a U.S. test pressing. It also includes a slip mat, and this is, hold on a second, let me get it all out. She said pressing info sheet is included, but written in German. Wow. So it is the Black Keys, Turn Blue. It's pressed at Palace. It's a German test pressing. Well, it's probably a test pressing. This record was pressed at Palace. This was just a test pressing, but there is some information. But this is the Black Keys Turn Blue. It also includes a slip mat. So a Black Keys, boy, I bet that's trippy when you put that on. So a Palace test pressing, that's amazing. It's a Palace test pressing of the Black Keys with the slip mat and the test pressing sleeve, which tells the date and information. This side is written in German. That side's written in English. Very cool. That's a $50 start. A $50 start on the Black Keys test pressing. It was test pressed in 2014 at Palace in Germany. All right. It is a full album of Turn Blue. Okay, next. Iron Maiden 70, 75, 85. Patrick C. Smith wants Honeymoon Suite. And now, John Howard, I just want to make sure the Ween. So this already had a bid for 60, and I did a final call, then you bid 55. So either your connection's behind or something happened, you misunderstood me. That's a final call. Nobody on Muddy Waters? That's surprising. $29.99. Keith Richards, Talk is Cheap. Keith Richards is EX Edition, $21.99. The Black Keys has bids for $50, $50, and $50. We also have TG Shepherd, I Love Them All. TG is in EX Condition, $9.99. And Popper with Billy Squire. Popper, Can't Wait. That is EX Edition, $17.99. Ween is at $61. So now we have a new bid, $61, and a new bidder. Black Keys is at $60. And Iron Maiden is at $100 with Shane. And that means Tom Byrne. Let me know if you're in or out. The Johnnies, Highlights of a Dangerous Life. The Johnnies is an EX Edition, $21.99. And this is Eddie Rabbitt, Rocky Mountain Music. Eddie Rabbitt, that's a great song. EX Edition, $9.99. And the Great Blue Sounds of John Lee Hooker. Another John Lee Hooker. EX Edition, $17.99. Eagles, The Long Run, with promo labels. Wow. EX Edition, $29.99. Promotion use only. It has a promo sticker, promo labels, a VG Plus cover just because of ring wear. EX Vinyl, $29.99. So 3 very popular auctions right now. We have Ween, Chris Knapp, you're out. The high bid's at $65. Black Keys is at $65. Iron Maiden's at $125. Black Keys is at $70. John McCullen wants the John Lee Hooker. Michael gets John Lee Hooker. I may have missaid that. Michael McCullen gets this John Lee Hooker. I'm getting my Johns and Michaels mixed up. One of my favorites, Neil Young. Everybody knows This Is Nowhere. This originally came out in '69. This is a 1975 Jacksonville U.S. press. EX Edition, $24.99. EX $24.99. The Kinks' Greatest Celluloid Heroes. Celluloid Heroes is EX Edition, $19.99. And Parlay, maybe? Pleasure Principle. Never seen that before. The genre is P-Funk. Yeah, there's Mothership Connection. So this is a P-Funk record. EX Edition, $29.99. Michael McCullen on Neil Young. Everybody knows This Is Nowhere. That has Cinnamon Girl on it and Down by the River. That's sort of Michael McCullen. Patrick C. Smith, you're second. Black Keys is at $80. Iron Maiden's at $150. Steve Plaw, the Eagles promo copy was $29.99. Black Keys is at $85. John C. wants the Parlay. That is right here, this P-Funk record. Kevin Cassidy gets the Kinks. We have Carol at $85 on the Black Keys. Brent was next on P-Funk. And Black Keys, $95, $100. And the last couple records in here were the Eagles, One of These Nights. That's EX, $29.99. And Queen, awesome. Live Killers. That's a 2LP live Queen album. Original on her sleeves. One's red, one's green. Black vinyl, 2LP, EX, $29.99. I thought there was a final call on Ween. There was. Final call means final call before I sell it. And John McClintohan has it for $65. And who was the other bidders? Chris Knapp. Chris Knapp never did bid again. He also didn't say out, which is a final call. John McClintohan. You have it for $65. I was waiting. 3 other people bid, but then they never did say anything else. That's why it's taken so long. After you bid on the auction, if you could please let me know if you're in or out. We can sell these a lot faster. Both of these here, the Iron Maiden and Black Keys, those are still getting lots of bids, one after another. This one is confusing because a lot of people have bid once and then they went silent. And Bill, you have it for $65. And let me scroll through here and make sure there wasn't another bid on Ween. I do not see one. Name is Bill. Yes, Bill McClintohan. That's a final call on that. Chris said he needed to know the color of the vinyl. It's on brown vinyl. Ween is on brown vinyl. And that's a final call. Final call means I'm about to sell it, but if somebody asks a question, Chris Knapp says he's not out, we have to give it more time. So it's a 65. Chris is obviously doing some sort of research on it, and he's probably about to bid. He says he's not done. Your messages are now just going through. They're just now popping up. It was already a final call. All right, so we did Kinks. Brent was next on P-Funk. I don't have any Van Halen Mo-Fi. Black Keys was at $95, $100, $100. Black Keys, $110. Iron Maiden, $155. Michael McCullen on Queen. And then Bill McClintohan. I'm also getting McCullen and McClintohan mixed up. Y'all are both commenting at the same time almost. Michael McCullen got Queen. Black Keys, $115. We have Noah Farrell, P-Funk Records already sold. The Eagles promo was EX $29.99. And then we have Black Keys 120. Zumo's at 70 on Ween. And now there's a new bid on Ween. Okay, all good. No, it's okay. When we're bidding, sometimes there's a lot going on. I'll miss a bid. But typically, if you bid, I usually just want to make sure when you're done, I don't want to miss a bid. But sometimes people get off. They lose connection. They have to get off. They have to take a phone call. And I'm sitting here waiting for a final call. And I'm like, well, where are they? And I hate to sell it because they're probably like trying to plug their phone back up or get on a different Wi-Fi. And then they miss out on it. But also, if it's been 5 or 6 minutes, I've got to sell it. So Chris says he's out. But now there's a new bid. Zumo has bid $70. He is watching over on YouTube, Bill. So if you're looking at your Facebook chat, you're never going to see all the bids. It actually was just right here. It just moved up. There's people watching on Facebook and there's people watching on YouTube. And if you're looking at your Facebook chat, 2 things. You're not going to see all the comments and they're not ever going to be in the right order. Zumo has bid 70. Bill says he's out then. Iron Maiden is at, where was we? Shane Devers, 155. And the other bidder on that was Tom Byrne. And Tom is going to let us know if he's in or out. And did he say in or out? Tom Byrne. And then Black Keys. I'll figure out where we're at on that. I think Gabriel has it for 145. Okay, now a lot of people asked how much on the Eagles. The long run, that's a promo copy. The labels are actually promo. EX edition, $29.99. That's the long run. That is a promo copy. Promo sticker. The cover has some wear. The vinyl's EX. That's still available. I think 2 or 3 people asked about it. Final call. All right. And let's see where we're at here. Ryan Vaughn says he'll take it. Now, so Ween, we can move this to a final call. The other 2 bidders said out. Thank you for letting me know. Ween's at $70, and that's with Zumo over on YouTube. Final call. So let's go through this bit one more time. We got a war going on for this Black Keys test pressing. It's a Palace test pressing. 150, 155, 170. Palace test pressing of Turn Blue, and it includes a slip mat. 170 on that. And then Tom Byrne, I was going to make sure he's done on Iron Maiden, but I got to wrap it up. Final call. Shane Devers has this for, let me say that one more time, 155, I believe. Yeah, 155. And if I've missed something, let me know. That was a great crate. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more like that to go through, plus this last crate of new vinyl, and then we'll get into discounts. We got to have a lot of discount buy it now best offer and half off stuff tonight. First is Willis Jackson Gator Tails, VG condition, $9.99. The Freewheel and Bob Dylan was a 75 press, VG plus $27.99. Flash, featuring England's Peter Banks, Out of Our Hands, VG plus $9.99 for Flash. Sly and the Family Stone was VG plus $17.99. Heard You Missed Me, Well I'm Back. Antonio Carlos Jobim, Wave. That is VG plus $17.99. And we have Herb Albert. EJ Berg asked about this. It's EX edition $17.99. He already said out. Okay, I don't think either I didn't see that or maybe I missed it, which means I didn't see it. So Shane, I'll go ahead and sell that to you for $155. That's sold. Ween is sold to Zumo for $70. And EJ Berg does want Herb Albert. That is sold. Now, the battle continues for Black Keys. However, Shakedown just said out. Gabriel Chavez has it for $175. Final call. We've bought some incredible collections the last 48 hours. Hope all guys checked out the post. Of course, Paul's traveling. He don't have a lot of time to do videos and take hot pictures, but he's got those records secured. He's still traveling. There's about 2 or 3 of them up there. I think actually there's 4 of them up there. They're in Pennsylvania right now, and he's buying another collection as we speak, or maybe he's done. I'm not for sure. I'm sure he'll hop on here in a second and get us updated. John Mayall is EX edition $34.99. Muddy Waters is still available, EX $29.99. Keith Richards from the Stones, EX edition $21.99. T.G. Shepherd's EX $9.99. Piper, Can't Wait, EX $17.99. That's Billy Squire. The Johnnies, Highlights of a Dangerous Life, EX $21. Eddie Rabbit, Rocky Mountain Music, EX $9.99. And then another Eagles, an OG, One of These Nights with original under sleeve, $29.99. All right, a very cool album here, very cool item. The Black Keys test pressing, Palace test pressing, sold to Gabriel Chavez for $175. Let's put that away. Don't see stuff like that too often. That's really not supposed to make it out to the public, but somehow they do. It's given to people, production. It's sometimes they're sent to the band, sometimes they're sent to people in production, and every once in a while something like that will get leaked. They definitely have. I don't see too many new ones too often. I see a lot of old test pressings all the time. And, of course, there's some that are very valuable. Like if you ever find any Led Zeppelins or Pink Floyd or Rolling Stones or, I'm sure Metallica's and this, very collectible bands, those can get really, really expensive. Next two auctions. Let's do Exodus, a 2017. It's a German press. It's on gold vinyl. It also has extras. It has inserts and poster. $35 start. There's a poster that comes with it. There's a cardboard insert. There's another insert. And then there's the original under sleeve. So this has some goodies with it. The vinyl is near mint minus. $35 start on Exodus. And I believe Van Halen is sealed. It is. This is a 1981 US OG. It is a USOG of Van Halen, fair warning. There's a break in the shrink right there, but there's no saw marks and no punch holes. That is a $45 start. Sealed Van Halen, 1981. That's up for bid. I'm going to swap out crates. We have another bin of new stuff to go through, which I think is really just two titles, but it's a couple big restocks. I'm going to go through those right now and a new release. And then I've done some work trying to condense some new vinyl. Some crates we hadn't been through in a while, like maybe even in a week, that I'm also going to go through later tonight. All right, so welcome everybody. The store reopens on tomorrow, so if you're local, we're now closed on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. Our kind of normal hours now are Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And the first thing I got here today right at 4, the store's usually a wreck because we're closed and we kind of have free range and we use the entire store to organize. But we're back open tomorrow, and we're going to be here live probably till at least 1 or 2 a.m. tonight selling records and then movie posters. We'll definitely go to midnight. We usually go to 1 a.m., and we might even be here till 2 a.m. So if you can stay up late with us tonight, we'll be showing records for at least the next 3 hours. It's already 8:30, but we'll be here another 3 hours for sure with vinyl. And then we'll go into some more of the Fred Goodwin records. And I just remembered so many people I have to text back, including Fred or Fred's daughter. I keep forgetting to do that. She probably thinks I hate her. All right, so this is a big waiting list. Megadeth Unplugged. On sale, $24.99. Another Megadeth record, Megadeth Unplugged. Coke bottle, clear vinyl, $24.99. I'm going to read off these names. Dustin Riviera, Michael Rudolph, Angela Lewis, Brian Thurman, Susie Breedlove, Robert Philippi, Fred Carnell, Scott Oman, Jen Cast, Nick Bargeron, Lillian McCurry, Shane Devers, Debbie Blair, and Scott Marchheim. That was one of the bigger waiting lists I've had in a long time. 14 people. 14 people on that. So there's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I got 2 extras. And I can get more if we happen to sell out again. So all 14 of these are already sold. That was the waiting list, and I got 2 extras. And Sean says he wants one. This is going to very quickly fill up this next crate. So let me tuck these in here and get a new crate to start filling up. So those are Megadeth Unplugged. I've only got 2, but believe me, I can get more. So, and they should be here. They will be here by Friday for this week's invoice cycle, just FYI. So those are sold, and it looks like the others are sold as well. So update on these 2 auctions. Exodus had opening bids. Let me go back up the top. Exodus has bids for $45.50, and then $60, and then another $60. The first person to bid $60 was Hiram Ortega. So Hiram has that for $60, and then the sealed Van Halen, it looks like Steve Plau has it for $56. Calvin Ward, you're out. That's OG sealed. That's a 2016 German gold vinyl. And then these last 2 Megadeths are sold to Sean Holford and Jerry Conklin. Dave Kavanaugh, if you're okay with it, I'll put you on a waiting list. If not, just let me know. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to look up the waiting list or the pre-order. This is a new release that comes out Friday. And I think it was a Record Store Day title just not too long ago, and now they finally have done an international release. These are $41.99, and it is called Kicks. And I know anything with that on it, always popular. Dave Kavanaugh wants on the Megadeth Unplugged. Anybody else, they're only $24.99. Coke bottle clear vinyl, which is definitely an on-sale price. $24.99 on those. So Kicks comes out Friday. Cool Kids. It's on white vinyl. I did the white vinyl. I think they're doing 2 colors. I thought white was pretty cool, matching the cover. I did the white. $41.99. Kicks, Cool Kids. Here's the pre-order. Scott Smith got one. The first one going to Scott, then Hector Morin, and then Rick Peabody. So there's Hector's and there's Rick's, Hector Morin and Rick Peabody. We also have one for Fred Cardinale and Brenda Medina. There's Fred Cardinale and there's Brenda Medina's. The next one was Kevin Jordan and, of course, Howie Hisner. The Hisners, one of the biggest Kicks fans I think I know. So there's Kevin Jordan, there's Howie Hisners. We got Scott Beebe and Scott Marchheim, the Scotts. Scott Beebe and Scott Marchheim, there's 2 more. And we have one for Paul Brothers. Paul Brothers. These are $41.99. Friday Music Press, $41.99. And I have 4 extras if anybody needs one. Kicks, Cool Kids. And the OGs of those typically get not too expensive, but they're always a high demand. They'll usually get auctions. Bubba, 77775, wants on the Megadeth waiting list. Van Halen getting new bids, and I hope we're done on Exodus. We're not done on Exodus. Tim Floyd bid $65. Hiram bid $68 over on YouTube. So Tim Floyd, you're out, and Van Halen's at $61. So $61, Calvin, you're out, and Tim, you're out on Exodus. So 4 copies left of Kicks if anybody wants one. 4 copies. The pre-order has been filled. I'm going to tuck those back here of other. But most of this crate back here is this week's new releases. Yeah, that's all of this week's, everything that's left for this week's right there in that crate. So I'm going to keep them right there. That's only $41.99. White vinyl. Of course, y'all know Friday Music always does a great job as far as sound quality, quality of jackets. They always do. It's always a little bit pricier, but when you see their brand, you kind of know what to expect. All right, we got another crate here of new vintage arrivals. Very interesting stuff in here, and some instant sellers for sure. Joe Willinger wants a Kicks. 3 copies left of Kicks. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We should have another big night of new vinyl, including new releases that I didn't post pre-orders. I went through today, and I was like, dang, there's a bunch of stuff in here that I didn't know was coming out again. Like I didn't even know Deep Purple was supposed to come out with an album. So far, that hadn't shipped yet either. So it's a lot to keep up with every week for sure. New vintage stuff. So we got more to go through here. Be on the lookout for tomorrow's auctions preview post. And that's about all I have to say. Do you have anything to say, Seth? Seth said he has nothing to say. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second, though. That V8's finished. I'm going to step over here and get another one right quick. And Mike Massey, thank you for the Monster Energy drinks. Mike Massey has supplied me with more gasoline. Give me fuel. Give me fire. We got to buy Metallica tickets. Are we going to Boston? Where are we going? Chicago? Boston? We got to get Moose on the horn. Message Moose right now and say, Moose. Well, we might not want to go to Boston. General admission tickets were like $600. But that's for both nights. So general admission for Metallica in Boston was $600, but that's for both nights. Which isn't bad because theoretically you can get front row. You know, if you get there early enough, you can get front row for $600. That's $300 a night. I don't think that's too bad for front row at Metallica. So Michael McDowell. Thank you, Michael. I didn't even get to see you today. Michael, one of the newest members, Michael McDowell, that's watching over on Facebook, one of the newest members here of the Collectco crew. And as I said earlier, welcome, Michael. We're probably about to need somebody else helping us with shipping. So if you're local and you're listening to this, we need some more help in the shipping department. As y'all know, I keep hiring and keep hiring and keep hiring, and we keep growing and we keep growing and we keep growing. I'm not complaining, okay? What I'm saying is we need even more help. So if you're local and you feel like you can come here and help us, Tanner said we probably need somebody by Friday, literally. So send us a message. I've been meaning to make a post, but I've been posting about all these great collections, and I didn't want to mess up the algorithm. So if you're local and you need to work here, or you want to work here, we need you to work here. It will be in shipping. You'll be packing orders, pulling orders, and helping with sorting stuff back there. So we are in Lebanon, Tennessee, just east of Nashville. All right, so Megadeth, or excuse me, Exodus. Hiram was at $75. I said, Tim Floyd, you are out, and Tim, you bid $75. Hiram already had it for $75. Dustin bid $73. Y'all were going backwards. Hiram was already sitting at $75. Hiram was already sitting at $75. And then Van Halen is at $67 with Steve Plah. I'll trade that Bruce for 2 tickets. Oh, no, Bruce is going to be an expensive record. If I'm trading Bruce to go see Metallica, I better get a backstage pass with photos and lunch with them and anything I want autographed. We have Budget Punk Party. This is Beat. Here's our new LPs. 1999 German press, 1999. And we have the In Kraut Hip-Shaking Grooves made in Germany from 1966 to 1974. A 2005 German pressing on clear vinyl, $49.99. Exodus 76, Exodus 77, Exodus at 80. Did they say out on Van Halen? Calvin Ward, you were outbid. The high bid is still with Steve Plah, 67. OG Van Halen sealed. We're going through new vintage stuff priced as marked. If you haven't already, please make sure you've liked the Facebook post. Please make sure you've liked the YouTube video. This is Bo Diddley, the 20th anniversary of rock and roll. Bo Diddley is $26.99. Bo Diddley. Also, Rush, Exit Stage Left. No condition notes. I was looking at it earlier. I was like, man, that's a nice copy. Rush is $49.99. The Blues Band, Itchy Feet. The Blues Band is an 81 UK, $14.99 for the Blues Band, and Zappa, Zoot Allures. Zappa is $34.99 for Zoot Allures. Great Moments with B.B. King, a 2LP, MCA Impulse, $34.99, no condition notes. Also, Subsonics. Subsonics is a 2005 sealed garage album, $24.99 for Subsonics, and BJ4. That's Bob James with Hubert Laws, Eric Gale, Art Farmer, Steve Gadd. That is $19.99. So Van Halen 70. Exodus is at 90. I better go ahead and get a third auction started. They're still bidding on those. Iron Maiden, The Final Frontier. This is the limited edition picture disc that is sealed. The 2010 US limited edition picture disc, $45 start. Iron Maiden, The Final Frontier. Those are the 2 picture discs sealed with hop sticker, $45 start. So Exodus is between Tim Floyd and Hiram. Hiram has it for $90. Van Halen's between Steve and Calvin. Steve's out. Calvin has it for $70. Iron Maiden has an open bid of $45. The Blues Band live, Bye Bye Blues, $14.99 for the Blues Band. We have John Conley, Busted. What a cover. John Conley is $14.99. And we have Anthology of Blues, Arkansas Blues, $19.99. Chris, just send us a message. That will be to Tanner. Just say, address it to Tanner. If you're interested, anybody watching, just send us a Facebook message if you're interested in possibly working here. Eddie Boyd and his blues band featuring Peter Green. I'll Dust My Bloom. Now, I'll Dust My Broom. I've said this before. I usually say that, and I think Tanner's already in conversations maybe with a couple people. So I'm sure it's going to fill up fast because we got to do something quickly. So, but if you are interested, please send us a message as soon as possible. This is Texas, a 73 Southern rock album. That's in shrink wrap, $19.99. Sir Douglas Quintet, Mendocindo. That's an original on the Mercury Smash label, and that is $39.99. $39.99. Brain calling cards this time. Yeah, I don't know which one to go to, Sean. I may have to figure out. I got to figure that out. So we have Exodus. This sold to Hiram because he went out. Hiram, you get that for $90. That is gone. That is gone. And then Van Halen is sold to Calvin. But first, thank you, Hiram. Let's put this away. We still got an entire crate of auctions as usual about this time of night. We usually are still auctioning stuff all the way till 9 o'clock typically. That is gone. It's sold. And then Van Halen is sold to Calvin Ward for $70. And now Iron Maiden only has one bid, Seth. And that's the Shane Devers for $45. We did metal, metal, metal. How about some country? Dwight Yoakam, guitars, Cadillacs, etc., etc. This is an OG 1986. It's a U.S. press. It is OG. It is a $35 start. It has the original inner sleeve, Dwight Yoakam. There's the LP. There's the inner sleeve. There's the jacket. $35. What happened? Did Seth get fired again? No, he is still right here. Stephen Total wants to know, are you still working here?
I'm right here, baby.
He's here. No, we just need more people to help ship stuff. Nobody, hadn't lost anybody. We're needing to add people to it, for sure. All right, so Iron Maiden is about to be sold. How much is EB price? EB. Eddie Boyd was $49.99. Eddie Boyd and his blues band, I'll Dust My Broom. There's some great titles in here. I don't think anything's been claimed yet. George Benson, White Rabbit. That's $19.99 on the CTI label. Tom Grant, Mango Tango. $14.99 for Tom Grant. We have John Conley, In My Eyes. That's a 1983 sealed, $19.99. Susie Breedlove wants a Kicks. We'll sell Kicks to Susie. Let's go ahead and sell Iron Maiden to Shane for $45. And Dwight Yoakam just got a bid for $35. We have Earl Thomas Conley, Somewhere Between Right and Wrong. ETC is $14.99. Tempest is a 1973 white label promo, $34.99. And Blues Breeze, Living Blues. This is $14.99. 1976 Poland. We have, as John Conley Busted, a single. John Conley Busted, I'm pretty sure, is a full album. Yeah, it's a full album. It's 245, 10 track, and that is $14.99. We have sold our first record out here. I was getting concerned. Edwin Blom wants Tempest. That is sold to Edwin Blom. Dwight Yoakam has one bid for $35, and next is the MoFi copy of The Pretenders. This is sealed Pretenders MoFi, $35 start. $35 start. That's the Pretenders. Sealed MoFi, Edwin Blom on Tempest. And we have Brain Police, San Diego, 1997 Garage, $49.99 on Brain Police. Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee, that's $19.99. Walk On, Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee. Bay Area Blues Blasters featuring Lafayette Thing Thomas. $19.99 on that. Also, Black Lips, We Did Not Know the Forest Spirit Made the Flowers Grow. A 2004 copy, sealed, $24.99. Dwight Yoakam is sold to Robert Tomic, one bid for $35. The Pretenders is a sealed MoFi copy, and that is a $35 start if anybody wants it. I have a Metallica Master of Puppets, a Walmart exclusive colored vinyl. It's on the, if you've ever wondered, we've sold so many sealed copies, that's actually what it looks like. It's on battery brick brown vinyl, and that's a $15 start. That's a $15 start. Everything gets near me. And Michael McDowell wants Busted. That is sold to Michael McDowell. Thank you, Michael. And we have Lost Illusions, Volume 1. Ultimate German Garage Punk, 65 to 67. That's a 2005 German press, $26.99. The Pretenders do have a bid for $35. George Benson, Bad Benson. That's $19.99 for George Benson, Bad Benson. Millie Jackson, Get It Out Your System. That's a sealed copy. Millie Jackson, $19.99. Metallica has a bid for $20. The Pretenders is at $35. Randy also bid $35, but Chris Frazier was first. Charlie Musselwhite, Tennessee Woman. Charlie Musselwhite is $26.99. Also, Graham Parker, Another Gray Area. Graham Parker's $9.99. Rhinos, Winos, and Lunatics, Man. $19.99. Now the Pretenders is at $36, so Kevin's back in, or Kevin is in. Johnny Guitar Watson Greatest Hits, $19.99, and Pink Floyd Relics. Pink Floyd Relics is an Australian press. That is Pink Floyd. That is an Australian press of Relics, $39.99. Yeah, there's still some Rush. There's a Pink Floyd. I'm going to read the titles. I can't go back through the whole crate again. However, I will read you what I see left in here. Just FYI. And the first thing I see was Metallica has one bid for $20. This is not the German. This is the Walmart exclusive, 2021, which should be U.S. The Pretenders at $36. Mark Lent said this George Benson may be an RL cut. Bob Lugwood did the mastering for this. It says Van Gelder. Well, there was a couple George in here, wasn't there? I don't see RL in the dead wax on this one. I do see Roy Van Gelder, though. Rush is still available, though, which is Exit Stage Left, $49.99. And then we have Shakedown getting Pink Floyd. That's sold to Shakedown the Pretenders at $40. Keith Richards from the previous bin is available, Mike. Yes, Mike Arndt, it's still available. Rob second on Pink Floyd, Metallica $24. Rush is $49.99. Metallica $25, Pretenders $38. I'm just going to read the titles that's left in here very quickly, so I can go ahead and go on to a new crate. And if anybody wants anything in here, just let me know. Be my guest. We have Rush. It is $49.99. Exit stage left. Budget Punk Party. Beat It. In the Kraut, which is a German garage compilation, 66 to 74. Bo Diddley. The Blues Band. Itchy Feet. Zappa Zuda Lores. Great Moments with B.B. King. Subsonics. That's Bob James 4. The Blues Band Live. Bye Bye Blues. Anthology of Blues. Arkansas Blues compilation. Blues from Arkansas. Texas. That's the name of the band. Sir Douglas Quintet, and I'll Dust My Broom, Eddie Boyd. Those are all still available. Charles Cresswell does want the Rush. What did I do with it? Right there, he asked about it first. That goes to Charles. Mike Arndt wants the Keith Richards from the previous bin, and that is Talk is Cheap. That's sold to Mike, A-R, let me spell his name correctly. A-R-N-D-T, Mike Arndt. That's sold to Mike, thank you. And then Metallica, 2627. And Randy has the Pretenders for... Chris Frazier has the Pretenders for $40. The high bid is Chris Frazier. It's a sealed copy, brass in pocket. Metallica is the Walmart exclusive vinyl. We have George Benson, White Rabbit. He might have been talking about this one. George Benson, White Rabbit. Also has Van Gelder on it. CTI, of course. He did most of those. We have Sir Douglas. Sir Douglas Quintet, Mendocindo, is $39.99. Extremely nice vinyl and jacket. $39.99 on that. We have Tom Grant, John Conley, Earl Thomas Conley, Brain Police, Blue Breeze Living Blues, Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee, Blues Blasters, Black Lips, Lost Illusions, Millie Jackson, Charlie Musselwhite, Graham Parker, Man, Johnny Guitar Watson, and the other George Benson. All right. So we have, what was the yellow petty in the flip? That is right here, and I'll put it up in just a second. This album's now out of print in that version. So Metallica's at 28, and he's out on the Pretenders, so Chris Frazier has that for 40. Chris Frazier has that for 40. All right, and let me see what's going on over here. Boom, boom. All right. If anybody wants anything in there, just let me know. I'm going to condense those with the other one. We've got 2 more crates of vintage to go through. I'm going to try to go through this crate right over here very quickly as well. Let me put these away. There they are. I got a lot of empty crates around me, which is good. Fantastic. Still got an Alabama to auction. I got a Stray Cats bootleg to auction. And where's the crate I was going to show right here? And who was this? Stand in Line. I'm not for sure what that is. I may just make that a buy it now. All right, I'm going to go through these right quick, which I think is stuff y'all have probably seen before, but I'll make it quick like I said. Highway to Hell has not sold. However, we're about to put up new stuff. This is sold. Pretenders, the Chris Frazier for $40, and Metallica is sold to Michael Peveler for $28. Those are gone. This is Tom Petty, She's the One soundtrack. It is a 2016 sealed $40 start. Of course, there is an original of this that exists that's quite pricey. That's the 2016 remaster. He did the music to this movie, She's the One, sealed with hype sticker 2016, $40 start. Somebody just asked about AC/DC. It's actually the first record in this bin. We've got an AC/DC. I see a Frank Zappa. I see a Metallica. I see a Megadeth, another Zappa, The Clash, The Rods, some kind of evil-looking metal, Iron Maiden, more Tom Petty, Alan Vega, Reliant K, Emily's De-Evolution, Mod, Mass, The White Yoakum, Black Sabbath, Smashing Pumpkins, Stray Cats, Alabama, and others. What is AC/DC? Wow, a 1979 U.S. press. A 1979 U.S. press. That's the year this album came out. It is sealed. It's a $75 start. And Laura says some of these have sold recently as much as $150. This is a $75 start, AC/DC. $75 start on that. Tom Petty's a $40 start. And there's AC/DC, a 1979 sealed. 79 sealed. First is Tool, Lateralis, 2 LP picture disc, $44.99. I was listening to some of this today. The song, let's see, what is it called? Reflection. Just wild sounding when it first comes on. Tool Lateralis, $44.99. We have Pantera, Far Beyond Driven. All these Panteras I'm about to show are on colored vinyl. Pantera is $33.99, Far Beyond Driven. We still got Cowboys from Hell. Cowboys from Hell is $33.99. Avril Lavigne's Greatest Hits, 20-track, new and sealed, $39.99. Eazy-E, we actually had 2 copies last night we sold out of. I actually already had 2 others over here, $33.99. I was like, this is the only 2 copies I have. Little did I know there was 2 more already over here. Somebody wants the Sir Douglas Quintet from the previous bin. That's right here. Let's sell that to Heath Norman, Sir Douglas Quintet. That is sold. There's Eazy-E. Easy Does It for $33.99. There's the 2 copies, 3 copies. We got 3 copies of Eazy-E. Testament, Souls of Black. Testament is a music on vinyl press, $39.99. And the Dead Kennedys, that's Fresh Fruit for Rotten Vegetables, remastered with poster, $26.99. Tom Petty is called She's the One. It's the soundtrack, which is now out of print in this format. There's a different version, I think, called Angel Dream. This is the way it looks like the original. It's a $40 start. This is a sealed, no saw mark, no cutout, 79 AC/DC. It has new bids for $76 and $80. I was about to say, that should be like $150, $200 record maybe. Michael Bohannon's in on Tom Petty at $40. We have the best of Susie Quattro, $36.99. Blink-182, Enema of the State, $38.99. Ace Frehley, this is second sighting. The first one's already come in this week, or it came in last week maybe. This is the second sighting, also on colored vinyl, $39.99. We have Meat Puppets, that's called Mirage. Meat Puppets is $28.99. Concrete Blonde, Bloodletting. Concrete Blonde is $34.99. And Mudvayne, The End of All Things to Come. That's a limited numbered purple vinyl, and that is $54.99. $54.99. So back at the top, AC/DC was at 75, and then we had 76.80. Tom Petty 40.40. AC/DC 81. Tom Petty 44.45. Another 45. AC/DC 95 and 100. And Brian Thurman wants Mud. And that was Mud. That was there something in here with Mud? What was Mud? Oh, right here, Mudvayne. That's sold to Brian Thurman. Yes, Mudvayne. I've got plenty more of those if anybody else wants one. So that was just a quick recap of some new vinyl that was over here next to me. Tool Lateralis, awesome picture disc. Never officially released on vinyl. Lateralis, $44.99. Pantera, Far Beyond Driven, and Cowboys from Hell. Avril Lavigne's Greatest Hits. Eazy-E, Easy Does It. Testament, Souls of Black. Dead Kennedy, Fresh Fruit. The Best of Susie Quattro, Legend. Blink-182. Ace Frehley, Second Sighting, Frehley's Comet. Meat Puppets, Mirage. Concrete Bloodletting, and a Mudvayne. Mudvayne also being sold to Tim Floyd, and he also wants a Cowboys from Hell. Like I said, I've got plenty more Mudvaynes if anybody wants them. I've actually got the other 2 new reissues of those as well. I've got LD50, and I've got LD50, and I have this one right here, which was really popular, Lost and Found. I've still got LD50, and if anybody needs this one, it's called Lost and Found. Just comment Lost if you want that one, $54.99. All right, let's go through some new vintage stuff. Let's see this crate of vintage LPs that Laura has for us right over here. And let's see what we have in here. Interesting, okay. All right, I see some pretty good titles. Okay. All right, let's go through them. Let's see what we have here. So, how much is Testament? $39.99. It's a music on vinyl pressing. $39.99. AC/DC's at 105, now 110, and Tom Petty's at 55. So Tom Petty's at 55, and this, like I said, this is now out of print. They do not make this. It's not in production anymore as this format. They reissued it as that Record Store Day Angel Dream. Pretty sure that's how that's packaged now. And then there's AC/DC, which is at 110, and that is a 79 US sealed. I plan on going through some other new vinyl bins like that. We've already went through the new vinyl. We had 3 crates. It was mostly waitlist and pre-orders. Later tonight, or after we do this bin, I'll go through some other stuff. We probably need to go through the stuff on the tables. Those hadn't been gone through in a while, especially this bin with the new stuff and this back right corner. Yeah, there's some cool stuff in here. Arion, I see Austin Powers, I see Megadeth's in here, Weezer's. Probably need to show those. First LP, Green is Beautiful, Grant Green. Some cool stuff in here. This is sealed. This is $39.99. Do you have any more Mudvayne? Yes, if you want a copy of
the end of all things to come. Let me know specifically. We have those in stock and plenty of them. And then Lost and Found. And then the other one's called LD50. LD50. So we got 3 Mudvaynes, and that's the new colored vinyl limited edition from Music on Vinyl. Mark Lent gets Grant Green. And we have some outs on the auction, so let's go ahead and wrap these up. Tom Petty, sealed, final call. Michael Bohannon, $55. That's the soundtrack from She's the One. And a 1979 U.S. AC/DC. Calvin has it for $110. We sold Grant Green. We also have John Lee Hooker, Folk Blues. That's $19.99. John Lee Hooker, Folk Blues, $19.99. The Doors, Strange Days. No condition notes on any of these. Original company or sleeve, red label. That's a nice copy. If Laura has something here that's not condition, not check condition, they're going to be nice. $34.99. Traveling Wilburys, $39.99. The Traveling Wilburys, original or sleeve. That's a really good price on that. $39.99. No condition notes. And Billy Ocean, Tear Down These Walls. That's a sealed OG Club. Sealed Club, $19.99. Tom Petty is the 2016 soundtrack to She's the One. He did the music for this film. It's the 2016 sealed of hype sticker. Stephen Tuttle's in. He's at $60. So we're not done on that. That means Michael Bohannon, you are outbid. The Rolling Stones, Emotional Rescue with the poster. With the poster, $39.99. Bill Tochin wants the Traveling Wilburys. That's sold to Bill. We have Django Reinhardt, Essential Electric. In shrink, $24.99. That's a new pressing. $24.99. Tom Petty's at $65. And Sizzla, Praise Ye Jah. That is $34.99. Interesting. Mike Arndt wants the Rolling Stones. That's sold to Mike. Let's go ahead and sell that sealed AC/DC for $110 to Calvin Ward. That's cool. Sealed AC/DC being sold. It's gone. Now we have a bidding war going on for Tom Petty. Or I shouldn't say a war. We'll say a small battle going on. We'll see what happens. Let's also go ahead and pull out, what else did I mention? Black Sabbath. And then somebody was interested in Megadeth. Let's do the Sabbath first. I mentioned Sabbath and the screen lit up. Born Again, a 1983 U.S. specialty with the original inner sleeve, which is underneath it here. There's the original inner sleeve. The vinyl is a VG Plus condition record. It does have a saw mark on the jacket. $25 start. Tom Petty's is $70. Continuing, Charles Mingus presents Charles Mingus Jazz Classics, 180 gram, $24.99 on Mingus. Charles Mingus. Dr. Feelgood, Malpractice, not Motley Crue. The name of the band is Dr. Feelgood. $24.99 on Dr. Feelgood. And Chris Christopherson, Repossessed. Chris Christopherson and the Border Lords. I don't recall seeing that one. $19.99. Matt Barnhill on Charles Mingus. That's sold to Matt Barnhill. We have Ian Gillian and the Javelins. A sealed copy. $29.99. Tom Petty's at $75. And Jesters of Destiny in a Nostalgic Mood. A sealed copy, $9.99. Robert Phillippe picking up the Chris Christopherson. Black Sabbath does not have a bid. It's a final call for a $25 start. Final call for a $25 start on Black Sabbath. Ryan Vaughn on LG. That's Ian Gillian. That's sold to Ryan Vaughn. BA, that's Black Sabbath, I'm assuming. Josie's in at $25. And the Anchor, what does that say? It all began with loneliness. The Anchorette, maybe. The Anchorette. That is sealed, $19.99. Preston Rose wants the Django Reinhardt. That is sold to Preston Rose. The Django Reinhardt. Bob Seger. Black Sabbath has another bid. Michael's out on Tom Petty. Stephen Tuttle has that for $75. It is a final call. It is a final call. All righty. We have first Bill Black's combo. Black with Sugar, $9.99. Black Sabbath, $25.26. Los Lobos, The Neighborhood. Los Lobos. I don't recall seeing that one too many times. Gold stamp promo, $34.99. Tom Petty's officially sold to Stephen Tuttle for $75. That's gone, and Black Sabbath is at $25, $25, $25. Now $26 with Devin Reese. Now $27. This is Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. More Great Dirt. $29.99. More Great Dirt. And this has the hit song, Fishing in the Dark. Mark Lent gets Los Lobos. That's sold to Mark Lent. And we have Emmylou Harris with Spy Boy featuring Buddy Miller live in Germany, $19.99. Black Sabbath at $27, now $28. We have Imperial State Electric. Imperial State Electric is sealed, $29.99. Tanner just reminded me that he he gave me, not, he didn't remind me, but he just remembered I needed to, here's my nightly order, here's my nightly battle over here with DoorDash. Oh man, I've already missed it. I knew earlier, I was like, man, I got to place my food order before it gets too late. I try not to do it too early, so it's not here forever sitting around, but now I think it's got too late, but I better go ahead and order something somewhere. I think, sorry, I've got to take care of some business right quick. I'm almost done though. We're going to go, oh no, they're closed too. Wow, no, these DoorDashers stop early because I know both those restaurants are still open. Oh, now no Subway, no Demas's. I'm really limited now. What do I do, Seth? No Subway, no Demas's. Everything is closing on me. All right, let me try this over here, even though I don't want to. I'm going to try, let's see here. Yeah, well, I can't eat now. I've got to eat in about 5 hours from now I'll be eating, but my food options get really slim. Let's see, I bet they're closed too. Some of these places stop taking orders pretty early. Let's see if they'll take an order. Surely pizza places are open later. No thanks, I don't want a $2.50 bottle of water. I've got that here. Standard, Short Street. Okay, here we go. I don't want to leave a $6.50 tip either. I will leave a reasonable tip, but not $6.50 on a $15 order. That's a little excessive, I think. Okay. All right, I'm going to order this even though I don't think I really want it or need it, but we're going to go with a calzone from Jet's Pizza. I had Taco Bell last night. No, I literally had to end the sale early last night to make it to Taco Bell by 1 o'clock, and we probably could have sold till 2 a.m., so I'm done. Food's ordered. I went with a calzone at Jet's Pizza. I just go through my recent orders, and Demas's was closed. Subway's closed. Jersey Mike's closed. These places in Lebanon can stay open a lot later because I know I've seen somebody make a post in one of our local groups here the other day, and it's like, why does everything close at 10 o'clock? Which is true. You drive around here at 11 o'clock on the weekday and there's nothing open, and I know people still want to eat. 27, 28, we have 29 and 30. Devin Reese had Black Sabbath for 30. And we have Send Seth Hackett. I would not send him to get food. He would totally botch that order. We have Earl Thomas Conley. This has the hit song Finally Friday on it, $9.99. Did anybody get Nitty Gritty Dirt Band earlier? We sold LL to Mark Lynn. That was Los Lobos. That's it. Nobody, this album is always being asked about with Fishing in the Dark. And then we have, let's see here. We have the Kinks live. This is $21.99. Kinks live. Finally Friday is on Earl Thomas Conley. Yes, $9.99. This is Circus of Power, sealed, $29.99. Sealed, Circus of Power, $29.99. Black Sabbath is a 1983 U.S. specialty press. Black Sabbath, a 1983 U.S. specialty press. This is a final call. It's VG Plus cover. Devin Reese has it for $30. Final call for $30. Trefon, 83 US, VG Plus. Final call, it's at $30. We have EJ Bird getting Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. That is sold. And then Rob Bobby on Circus of Power, sold. And this next crate is officially full. Excuse my food break there earlier, but I've officially ordered, they call it a boat. It's called a Jet's Pizza boat because it's literally gigantic, but what it is, it's like 2 calzones. And that will show up here in about 30 minutes, and I will be ready to eat it, but I'll have to just wait. Or I may take a break in between records and posters tonight. That way we can go longer. I'm sure everybody will be okay with that. Black Sabbath 31, now 32. We're all of a sudden still bidding on Black Sabbath. And yes, Open Your Eyes, a 2012. Don't see that one very often. Yes, it's $39.99. All right, I'm going to put away the Mudvayne. All of a sudden, a lot of people ask for those. No claims on them, so I'm going to put Mudvayne away. If anybody decides you want those, just let me know. They're still over here, and they're still available. We have Black Sabbath at 31, 32, 34, and I'm going to recap that bin one more time very quickly. Go old school and break at 9:30. That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. I'd probably be willing to go a lot later, so I think some people's okay with a 30-minute break if we can go till 2 a.m., but I better not make any promises. No promises unless I can make them. All right, next is Alabama. This is one of their early albums. It's called Wild Country. Alabama is a $20 start. It's very clean. It's on Plantation Records. That's a $20 start. A-Rod, you were second on Yes. Now Black Sabbath all of a sudden is at $35. That album's not in print, and it's never really been reissued. Not in print, never really been reissued. In the meantime, I'll get held over by V8. Let me take care of this right quick. And of course, Seth brings up an entire duffel bag of food and he's not sharing. That's what happens. This guy gets Meemaw's food. He has a whole duffel bag. Here, look, I'll pan the camera over here. Look at this. I want y'all to look at this. Can y'all see this orange duffel bag? See that gallon of... He just brought this. I'm over here talking about how I'm hungry. This is a full orange duffel bag full of Meemaw's cooking, and he never shares it. That is subject for a firing. Wouldn't y'all agree? That has got all kinds of homemade, fresh cooking. John Lee Hooker, Folk Blues, $19.99. John Lee Hooker, Folk Blues. The Doors is still available. Strange Days, $34.99 on The Doors. Strange Days. That's a clean copy, and so is John Lee Hooker. I'm almost shocked both of those are still there. Billy Ocean is sealed. It's a club copy, $19.99. This is Sizzla, Praise Ye Jah, $34.99 on that. Dr. Feelgood, Malpractice, $24.99. And Jesters of Destiny, In a Nostalgic Mood, Jesters of Destiny, sealed, $9.99. Alabama, no bids. Final call to get a bid in for $20. Wild Country. The Anchor It All Began with Loneliness. That is sealed for $19.99. Bill Black's Combo, Black with Sugar, in shrink, $9.99. Emmylou Harris, never seen that before. It's $19.99. Imperial State Electric, sealed, $29.99. And that says Imperial State Electric captured alive in their natural habitat 2 record set. Robert Phillippe is in on Alabama for $20. Chris Knapp wants the Jesters. That was sold. And Black Sabbath, Devin is still the high bidder. Trefon, you're out. And so is Noah Farrell. Y'all are done. We have the Kinks, or y'all are out. Let me know if you're done. The Kinks is $21.99 live at Kelvin Hall. And Earl Thomas Conley, finally Friday, $9.99. New bid on Black Sabbath. If anybody wants anything left in here, let me know. We've went through 4 crates of vintage, and everything that's left is now in 1 crate. We still got another crate to go through after this, but I am going to go ahead and bring this crate over right now. I'll say we went through that one. What is in this one? Let me shift down my laptop here, and I think we might go through this crate right here. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go through this one. I think this typically gets gone through early, so let's go through this one. All right, Melanie Mannion was Earl Thomas Conley. Black Sabbath is now at 40. Devin says he's out, and Alabama just has 1 bid with Robert Phillippe for 20, so that's a final call. Earl Thomas Conley is sold to Melanie Mannion. That is gone. All right, so we have what? Let's find out. First, we have Black Sabbath at 36 with Noah Farrell. That's between Trefon and Noah. Trefon has it for 40. Noah, you're out. Let me know if you want back in. Fleetwood Mac, self-titled. $33.99 for Fleetwood Mac, self-titled. 1975. It's a sealed remaster. Monday Morning, Say You Love Me. Landslide with Stevie Nicks, of course. Rhiannon with Stevie Nicks. Over My Head with Christine McVie. Amazing stuff. Dr. Dre, 2001 with Eminem and Snoop Dogg. That's a 2 LP. Sealed, $44.99. Smashing Pumpkins, Adore. Smashing Pumpkins is $46.99. That's a 2 LP, new and sealed. And Jimi Hendrix, The First Rays of the Rising Sun, $33.99. That's a 2 LP, new and sealed. And one of my favorite albums, Van Morrison Moondance. That is a gatefold, new and sealed for $33.99. Great stuff right there. Alabama is sold to Robert Phillippe for $20. That is gone. The Black Sabbath is a 1983 U.S. original of Born Again. Original inner sleeve, VG Plus vinyl, and a solid VG Plus cover. Noah is back in at 41. Trefon, you're out. Jason Walraven wants Moondance. That's always a great decision. Now, if you see me sell out of anything in here, let me know. I can put you on a waiting list. Our next auction is going to be Megadeth. Killing is my business, and business is good. The Final Kill. This is another album that the original has never really been reissued recently. This is the limited edition red vinyl. Megadeth, Killing Is My Business. Red vinyl, sealed, $45 start. This is sealed. 2018 reissue, red vinyl, $45 start. We have the Monkees, their debut album. It's a Friday music pressing on colored vinyl. It is sealed, $39.99, and that is on colored vinyl. I'm going to keep one of these if they don't sell out, probably by the end of the week. Black Sabbath still getting new bids, and now Megadeth is rolling. We have The Cure, a live album, 1984. It's an unofficial. Happy the Man, that's live in Washington, D.C., $39.99. And Corrosion of Conformity, America's Volume Dealer, $38.99 on that. We have a Billy Ocean claim from the previous bin. It's gone now. It is sold to Javi Soto, thank you. Megadeth, 45, 45, 46. Black Sabbath, 45. Corrosion of Conformity is limited, numbered, clear vinyl, $38.99. Hold on a second. Let me text him back right quick. Tell him I've already ordered. Okay, we have Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory. That's new and sealed, $33.99 for Linkin Park. And George Harrison, live in Japan with Eric Clapton, $39.99. It does have a tear in the shrink right there. It is new. It is sealed, $39.99. So Trafon has Black Sabbath at 45. Noah Farrell, you're still outbid. And now Megadeth is at 46. Dustin Odom, you're out. Neil Mallory, you're out. Octung Baby, this is U2, new and sealed, $46.99 for Octung Baby. And then we have Limp Bizkit, Significant Other. Limp Bizkit is a 2LP, new and sealed, $44.99. And that is Limp Bizkit, Significant Other, $44.99. Megadeth at 48, now 50. We have Def Leppard, the half-speed master of Pyromania. I think this has got pretty high reviews. It is a half-speed master of Pyromania, $49.99. Alex Butler wants Limp Bizkit. That is sold to Alex Butler. We have NWA, Straight Outta Compton, $36.99. I try to say it like Ice Cube, but I can't. NWA, Straight Outta Compton, $36.99 for NWA. And Eminem, Curtain Call, Eminem's Greatest Hits. He's got a new album coming out. No announcement has been made to distribution. So he does have a new album coming out, but we have no information right now. No independent record stores have been made aware. There's nothing on Amazon. I think there's some website exclusives, but that's about it. So we will post that when it becomes available. Eminem is $39.99. Outkast, however you want to say that, $34.99 for Outkast. Beetlejuice is still available, $33.99. That's new and sealed Beetlejuice. And Def Leppard, this is their greatest hits. The story so far, the best of Def Leppard, $46.99. Megadeth is still getting bids, 51, 52, 52. And guess what? Black Sabbath is still getting bids. Noah Farrell's at 48. Trafon, you are outbid. JK wants Def Leppard. Now, do you want the best of, or did you want the Pyromania? I'm assuming, JK, you want the best of. If anybody else wants one of those, let me know. I will get you one ordered. This is the new Grateful Dead from a couple weeks ago. It is Reckoning, and this is our last two copies. The Grateful Dead, $54.99. That is called Reckoning. The Dead Come Alive, and Historic Recording 2LP. I've been watching a lot of Grateful Dead concert footage lately, trying to get well informed. I've always been weak in my Dead knowledge, but I'm starting to grow. $54.99. Alex Butler, Limp Bizkit is new and sealed. It was $44.99. Kiss, Creatures of the Night. Kiss is $39.99 for Creatures of the Night. And Dave Matthews Band, Crash. Crash is a 20th anniversary. First time ever this was on vinyl, $36.99. And Deep Purple Machine Head, $33.99. So he went out on Black Sabbath. This has been up for a long time. So we're going to sell it to John C over on YouTube, which is Noah Farrell, and that is sold for a winning bid. Sabbath is gone, and that's $47. Now, the red vinyl Megadeth, Killing Is My Business, has a high bid of $55. I think we got 3 active bidders on that. There's the classic Deep Purple, and we have Death, non-analog on stage, Belgium, 1991. That is $29.99 for Death. That is for Death. And Seth, you're leaving? Wow, it's only 9:30, and I didn't give you permission to leave. So, I hate to do this, but you're fired. Okay, he thinks I'm joking. All right, we have Frank Zappa, Hot Rats. Laura. Laura. says, it's difficult to tell which year this is released since it was sealed. We believe this is an early 70s reissue. Sealed, $55 start. So this is a sealed copy of Frank Zappa Hot Rats. However, we can't confirm what year. Laura, I'm getting all these names mixed up here. Laura and John have confirmed or determined it's most likely in early 70s. Of course, I think this came out in 69, so it could be OG. You would have to open it to know, but this is a very nice vintage, early 70s, possibly sealed copy for a $55 start. That's Zappa Hot Rats. Okay, and then Alex Butler says he needs to put back Limp Bizkit. Yes, that was $44.99. He said he needs to put that back. Megadeth, $55.56. Michael Jacob wants Death. Megadeth, $60. And we have Riot, Restless Breed. Riot is $29.99. Also, Born in America, back-to-back Riot albums. Metallica, City of Brotherly Love, $39.99. We have the Black Keys. That's called Ohio Players, their newest album on red vinyl, $33.99. Tony Rice, Church Street Blues, first time that was ever reissued. Legendary bluegrass guitarist, Tony Rice, $36.99. And this is called Earth, Primitive and Deadly, new and sealed, $38.99. All right, so Megadeth is a final call for $60 of Neil Mallory. Dustin Odom, let me know if you want back in. That's at $60. Now, like I said, Zappa is a sealed copy. We don't know exactly what year, but we believe it's early 70s. Early 70s, and that's a $55 start. Really cool. If somebody's risky enough to open that up, it could be OG, which means you would have opened an OG first pressing of Hot Rats, but you wouldn't have known until you did open it. Either way, you would have a near mint copy in shrink wrap. That'd be pretty cool. All right. So let's go through some new vintage stuff. I got more new vintage stuff to go through. That was just a recap bin there. We sold several things out of there. If anybody else wants anything, let me know. Earth, Tony Rice, Black Keys, Metallica, Riot, Limp Bizkit, Def Leppard, Dave Matthews, Kiss, Grateful Dead, Beetlejuice, Outkast, Eminem, NWA, Def Leppard, U2, George Harrison, Eric Clapton, Linkin Park, COC, Cure, Monkees, Jimi Hendrix, Smashing Pumpkins, Def Leppard, or not Def Leppard, Dr. Dre, and Fleetwood Mac, self-titled. If anybody wants anything in there, just let me know. Let's go ahead and go through a new crate of vintage LPs. When I come back, I'm selling the Megadeth. I'm going to make that possibly a buy it now. And we're going to put up some new auctions. All right? The first record I'm going to show here, John told me this is known for being one of literally the worst covers of all time. This is a legitimate record. It's called The Handsome Beast, Beastality. This is $49.99. It's actually a heavy metal LP. It's a 1981 UK heavy metal, and it's called The Handsome Beast, Beastality. $49.99. That's a legit album cover. Okay. That is $49.99. Megadeth is sold to Neil Mallory for $60, and Zappa is a $55 buy now. I have a feeling that's a really good price on that if that's what you're looking for. All right, let's put up a Clash and let's put up a Metallica. That's the next two LPs in the bin, so let me go after them. We have first the Clash Combat Rock on red vinyl. A 2022 40th anniversary on red vinyl with the original on the sleeve with poster, $25 start. Rock the Casbah. Metallica is a 2018 sealed, 2018 $15 start. Andrew Eisensmith gets the Zappa for $55. Matt Barnhill, you were second. There's the Handsome Beast. We have Earl Thomas Conley, Treading Water. Earl Thomas Conley is $14.99, Treading Water. Millie Jackson, a sealed copy, $19.99 for Millie Jackson sealed. Sound effects from the Daytona Speedway sports cars. I thought that was pretty cool. Boy, how would you like to have all those? That is $19.99. Sounds for the Daytona Speedway. Metallica's at $20.20. Dragnet original radio broadcast. Dragnet is $19.99 original radio broadcast, and Simply Red picture book. Simply Red is $19.99. Marshall Bassett wants Earl Thomas Conley. We have Metallica at $15, $20, $20, $25, and the Clash is a no bid final call. Red vinyl 2022 with poster, $25 start. Next is This is Marlin Green, Tiptoe Past the Dragon. Marlin Green is a 1972 pressing sealed, $19.99 for Marlin Green. And The Blues Is All Right, Volume 2. The Blues Is All Right is $14.99. That's ZZ Hill, Bobby Bland, B.B. King, Little Milton, Bobby Bland, $14.99 on that. And Lulu, New Routes. Lulu is $14.99. Metallica's at 30 with Jeremy Todd. Everybody else is out except Jeremy. Final call. Little Milton, Annie Mae's Cafe. That is a sealed copy. Little Milton, $19.99. Fred Carnell wants the Blues Anniversary. That's sold to Fred Carnell. And the legendary Sons of the Pioneers, Volume 5. Sons of the Pioneers. That is $9.99. Bobby Womack, Home is Where the Heart Is. Bobby is $19.99. And Boogie Woogie String Along for real. That's Rashawn Roland Kirk, $14.99. Does have some cover damage. We have Handsome Beast priced. It is $49.99. The Handsome Beast Beastality. It's a 1981 UK. It's a heavy metal LP. $49.99. And if you want it, Jeff, it's yours. Metallica's at $35. It's a sealed 2018. Jeremy Todd has it for $35. The Clash is a no bid. $25 buy now on The Clash. Matt Barnhill wants Roland Kirk. This one right here is sold to Matt Barnhill. Robert Warner wants Sons of the Pioneers. That is sold, and Metallica's moving down right there. All right, I'm back. Sorry, let me just restart there. So back over here, we have Metallica. Let me see what happened here. Metallica's at 37. Let me go way back up the top. Metallica was at 35 with Jeremy Todd. Matt Barnhill got Roland Kirk, and then Robert Warner got Sons of the Pioneers. Scott Oman picking up The Clash for $25. Then Jared. Then Paul Oakley. Tim Zarnota at 35. James Goggin wants SOP. That was SOP. That was, let's see where that is. That was a claim. It said SOP. James Goggin. Let me know what that was. And then my mic went out. And then Metallica got a new bid for 40. And now I'm going to completely restart the, let's see here. Sons of Pioneer. Okay, so you were second on Sons of Pioneer. Sons of Pioneer. Okay, so we have Tom Petty, Angel Dream. What I was saying is this is the soundtrack. We had that record earlier we auctioned that's now out of print. This is the reissue. It was originally a record store day title, and then it's now in print like this. And this is a 2022 in shrink and hype $20 start on Tom Petty. Metallica is a final call. I think it had a bid for 40. It did. Jeremy Todd's at 40. Jeremy Todd's at 40 on that. Tom Petty's a $20 start. Moving on. Restless Heart, Wheels. Restless Heart is $14.99. Showbiz, the Downliner Sect. Showbiz is a 79 German press. That's $19.99. Bubba's at 35 on Tom Petty. Gertrude Ma Rainey, Queen of the Blues. $19.99 on Gertrude Ma Rainey. Rush, Fly By Night. A 1983 PRC Richmond, $49.99. Of course, this album came out in 75. This is an 83, $49.99 on Fly By Night. John Conley, American Faces. John Conley is $14.99. And Mahogany is a 69 Terre Haute. Mahogany is $24.99. Peter, Paul, and Mary, album 1700, $9.99. And Cassidy Live. Sean Cassidy? I don't know if I've seen that before. Cassidy Live. Yeah, I guess it's on Bell Records. That would make sense. All right, Metallica is sold then for $40. That is gone to Jeremy Todd. That is sold. And then Tom Petty has one bid for $35 with Bubba. We are about to sell Tom Petty. Next auction, I think, is another sealed Zappa. It is. Don't miss out on this one. Laura says this is, once again, very difficult to tell what year it's released. We believe it's another early 70s reissue, but it could be OG. It's nothing modern for sure. It's definitely a 70s press at the latest. $45 start. $45 start on that. $45 start on that. Patrick C. Smith on Cassidy. CAS. Matt says no, but it's 50. Did I miss something? No, but it's 50. Did I miss something there? Okay, we have David Allan Coe For the Record. The first 10 years. This is a David Allan Coe compilation. $39.99. $39.99. Patrick, the Cassidy was $19.99. I don't think I've ever seen that record before. That is $39.99. We have For Men Only featuring Faye Richmond. This is $19.99. Robert Phillippe wants David Allan Coe, and Brent Robley, you were second. Zappa does have a bid for $45. Earl Thomas Conley, somewhere between right and wrong. A sealed copy, $19.99. And Wet and Wild, Don't Stop the Bop, and 83 UK Rockabilly, $19.99. Curtis Marachi wants Restless Heart. That is right in here, wasn't it? What happened to it? Did somebody claim it? No, there it is. That's Soda Curtis. Zappa's at 47. Another very interesting cover here. Take a look at this one. Okay, that is not the prettiest sight. Tom Petty is sold for $35 to Bubba 7777775. Next LP is Al Cooper and Shuggy Otis, The Cooper Session, $24.99. $24.99. Jason Walraven needs to put back Moondance. That's okay. No restocking fee. Now, if you would have told us on Monday, a week from now, it might have been a different story. But telling me right now, no problem. That is back in the bin if anybody wants Moondance for $33.99. Price for men only. That is $19.99 for men only. Zappa's at $47. Okay, next LP is a Stray Cats unofficial. And John said this thing can get pretty pricey from what he was finding on PopSock. This is Stray Cats live at the Roxy, September 2nd, 1983. A vintage unofficial, a vintage bootleg. Very crude, just kind of like a Xerox sheet that somehow still survived because it's not stapled or glued. It's literally just right there attached to the cover loosely. And the vinyl is nice. And this is a $55 start. $55 start on that. James Goggins says he'll take the Moondance. Now, James, you put Blue Dance, but I'm assuming you meant Moondance. So that goes from Jason to James. Next is ATC Clears. This is actually a real air traffic control training record. $19.99. This is an actual air traffic control training record from Jefferson. It is $19.99. It comes with books and it comes with books and instruction. Air traffic control training record, $19.99. It's even got somebody's original notes and cues in there. That is called ATC Clears, Develop Speed and Understanding of IFR Clearances, $19.99. We had never seen that before. This is Cicadas, an electric guide to the Greek underground. Cicadas, 1987 Greece, that's a garage band, $19.99 on that. Uriah Heep Abominog is $24.99. And then there's that Supertramp album from yesterday. Supertramp is $24.99. $24.99. Zappa's at $48. Chris Knapp, you're out. Let me know if you want back in. No bids on Stray Cats. We're looking for a $55 start. All I'm going to do is read titles that's left in here. If anybody's interested in anything, let me know. I will sell it to you. I will say sold, and I will put your name on it. It's that easy. If you're watching for the first time, I haven't gave too many first-time buyer instructions tonight, but if you are watching for the first time, welcome. We do this every night. We have bought some incredible collections. I don't know if y'all have seen lately what I've posted that Paul has picked up, but it's been quite interesting. We have First is First. If you're watching new, thank you and welcome. We do this every night. I think I was in the middle of just saying that. Sorry, I'm over here trying to find our next auctions and clean up my mess already again. $7 in limited shipping. We've already had a couple first-time buyers tonight, I believe. Welcome. Join in on the fun. You'll be glad I did. All right, Zappa. Chris Knapp, I'm waiting for you to see if you want to bid again. Preston has it for $48. No one bid on Stray Cats. This is a $55 buy it now. No bid on Stray Cats. $55 buy it now if anybody wants it. And I promise, John had that price for a lot more, FYI. Stray Cats is $55. Now, Chris Knapp, everything right now is sticker price. I will sell you the air traffic control, and like I said, everything right now is sticker price, just like normal. We're going through new vintage arrivals right now. Here's what's left in here. We have Millie Jackson. I'm always for cutting deals, but when we go through new arrival crates for the first time, they're always sticker price. And then we might show them again later. It may be next week, but whenever we do a recap or show them again, they'll be on sale. Or it'll be where you can make an offer, which we're about to go through some bins just like that here in just a second. Iron Maiden in Vivio. Iron Maiden is a 2012 European. It is a sealed, limited edition, double picture disc. Iron Maiden, $45 start. That's the sealed picture disc. Now for bid. I'm going to read what's left. If you want a price, let me know. Millie Jackson, Daytona Sound Effects, Dragnet, Simply Red, Marlon Green, Lulu, Little Milton, Bobby Womack. The Handsome Beast is still available. Also Showbiz, Gertrude Ma Rainey, Rush, Fly By Night, Mahogany, John Conley, Peter, Paul and Mary, Wet and Wild, Thomas Conley, Al Cooper, Shuggy Otis. For men only, we have Cicadas, Uriah Heep, and Supertramp. If anybody wants anything in there, let me know. Preston's out on Zappa. Chris Knapp has it for $53. It's a sealed copy. It could be OG, but we believe it's an early 70s press. Shane's in on Iron Maiden at $45. Dustin Riviera is going to pick up the Rush, Fly By Night. I would say usually Rush albums are not left behind. Fly By Night usually flies out of the bin. It took a little bit while. It took a minute for liftoff, but it's sold. And then Daytona Sound Effects. Sound Effects from the Daytona Speedway. It's $19.99. No condition notes. No condition notes on that. Okay, so I think we might... behind me is 369, 12, 13, 16, 19, 20. There's 24 crates behind me from the last couple weeks of bins we've only been through one time. So those are records that typically we might have shown just one time, and we never did go through them again. And I have a great crate right here, I believe, to go through. And we're going to go through some of these buy it now best offer. And I see a couple really good ones. Some of these might have been shown last week. Some of them could have been from 2 weeks ago, or some of them could have been from the one we didn't go through but one time last night. So let's go through this first. Let's end these auctions. This Frank Zappa is sold to Chris Knapp for $53. Iron Maiden is sold to Shane Devers for $45. Only one bid on the Maiden. It is sold. So we're going to go through this bin buy it now best offer. Danny wants to see the Handsome Beast again. I'm surprised no one bought it because it is a metal album. It is a metal album. It's called the Handsome Beast Bestiality. And I've seen it, just like John said, in a lot of groups. People try to post the worst album covers ever. That would be a good start. It is $49.99. It's a 1981 UK heavy metal is the genre. It's $49.99. And then nobody bid on the Stray Cats. This is the only auction that has not sold tonight. That's the Stray Cats live at the Roxy. $55 buy it now. The next LP is the Rods. And here's that thing I mentioned earlier. I was like, well, this looks dark and evil. And this is the Rods. Let Them Eat Metal. The Rods. Very interesting cover. It's a 1984 US on the Green Combat labels. And this is a $25 start. $25 start on that. That's the Rods, Let Them Eat Metal. An 84 US, original inner sleeve, $25 start. And then this is a 2012 US pressing, limited edition of what? I still can't read the label. I can read the spine though. Nominon. N-O-M-I-N-O-N, The Cleansing. It's on bluish vinyl. It's a $20 start. $20 start on that. All right, sounds more like Southern hard rock / soft metal. There's a borderline between, I guess, what is metal and what is hard rock. You know, that's a big debate. Okay, so let's do these buy it now best offer. My feed drop. I want Sabbath, but I was wondering if bid below me wanted. If not, I'll take it. Don't want to break your rules. Okay, so Black Sabbath. Who was the backup bidder on Black Sabbath? Typically, how auctions work is if you win it, you've got to keep it because it was up for a long time, and if you win it, it's yours. If the other bidder's still watching and he said he'll take it for your winning bid, then we'll swap it around. But yeah, once an auction's up and it's up for bid, then it's sold to you. There's no putbacks. Now, if somebody wants to swap it around, we will. It looks like you got it for 47. I think Trefon had it for 45. If Trefon wants it for 47, he can have it. Okay? So, these are buy it now best offer. Don't hesitate to claim them. Definitely don't hesitate to make an offer. Aerosmith Live is $26.99. There is some damage right here on the spine, but there's no condition notes on the vinyl. Aerosmith, $26.99. So if Trefon is still watching and he wants it, we can swap it around. Otherwise, it's yours, Noah. Julie is her name. Julie London. That's $19.99 for Julie London. Also, the Dave Edmunds Band Live. That is $14.99. Dave Edmunds Band Live. That's $14.99. We have the Happenings Golden Hits. $9.99 for the Happenings. And Groovy Ghoulies. Somebody's been buying up all those. This is Reanimation Festival. Groovy Ghoulies is a 1997 orange vinyl, and that is $64.99. Groovy Ghoulies. The Rods has an open bid of $25, and Hiram's in at $20 on this. So Hiram has that for $20. The Rods are at $25. These are both final calls, $20 and $25. Greg Brown gets the Groovy Ghoulies. We have Dave Edmunds, Bill Stewart offer $10. Any more David Allan Coe or George Jones? This is sold to Bill Stewart for $10. So this is a buy it now best offer bin. Don't hesitate to claim and don't hesitate to make offers. Now, somebody asked, do we have any certain artists like David Allan Coe, George Jones? Those could pop up at any second. So right now, we're going through a random crate. Like I said, behind me, I had almost 30 crates. Each crate holds 50 or 60 records. Nobody really knows what's in them. I highly doubt there's any more David Allan Coe. However, there could be more George Jones. Those come up quite often. David Allan Coes are usually instantly sold. All right, we have the Jim Jones Review, Burning Your House Down. That's a 2010 UK. That is sealed, $29.99. Can I see the Devil Woman album? Now, what is Devil Woman? What was Black Sabbath? I think y'all are speaking of earlier records. Gwen McCrae Rockin' Chair. Gwen McCrae is $24.99 Rockin' Chair. Art Farmer, Something You Got with Yusef Lateef and Dave Matthews Big Band. That is $19.99. This here, the Rods, this is called Let Them Eat Metal. It is on Green Combat labels. Annie McLean has it for $25. It's a final call. Nobody else bid on this. Then I'm going to go ahead and sell it to Hiram for $20. This very evil-looking record. That goes to Hiram for $20. The Rods is about to be sold. We have the Yips, Bonfire in a Dixie Cup, a 1996 indie rock album, sealed, $19.99. Chris Knapp is at $26 on the Rods. And songs we sang on the Andy Williams Show, the Osmond Brothers, $14.99. These are all B-I-N, B-O. Brooke Benton today. Brooke Benton is in shrink wrap, $19.99. And Flying Island is a 1975 Space Age. 75 Space Age record. That's an interesting genre. $39.99 for that. Give me 1 second. I got to step right out here and grab this. Calzone. That reminds me of Seinfeld. Nice. Okay, show's over. Pizza's here. Just joking. Just joking. I'm going to keep it right here next to me and torture myself. This thing looks pretty good. Look at this. Wow, look at that. I bet I could auction that thing off if I could figure out a way to instantaneously deliver food through transportation methods, like something on Star Trek, then I'd be the next billionaire. Until then, you got to pay DoorDash I pay a monthly fee. It's actually not that much. We have Flying Island, $39.99. Next is The Out of Place. The Out of Place is a 2011 German garage album, $24.99. $24.99. Bonzo Dog Band, Boo Da Band. That is a 1986 European press of Bonzo Dog Band, Gorilla, $26.99. Also, Genesis, Seconds Out, $29.99. Don't hesitate to make offers. I'm here to sell records. Andy McLean, you're out on this. He says he's done bidding, so Chris Knapp, you have that for $30, and it's a final call. Final call to Chris Knapp for $30. Let me put this over here where it's less exposed to lose heat. All righty. Okay. So, let's see what's going on over here. first thing that's going on is I do have some MOD. Give me 1 second. There's Genesis. We have Chris Knapp on Bonzo Dog Band. And we have for $20 Bonzo. Sell that to Chris Knapp for $20. That's gone. And he gets the rods for the winning bid of $30. Okay, new auctions. Yes, I have MOD back here. And I have Mass, which is a couple metal LPs. Here's Mass, Metal Fighter. Yes, she is nude. Mass is an 83 German press, EX condition, $25 start. This is Mass, Metal Fighter. $25 start. And then MOD, Surfing MOD. This is an 88 US pressing, original under sleeve, EX condition, also a $25 start. And this has the original under sleeve. This is a 25 and 25. Next is Rods 32. Did Black Sabbath? Well, I never did hear back from Trefon. I don't think Trefon's watching anymore, so I never did hear back from him. Mass is at 32, Rods is at 32. And we have what? All right, just looking for buy it now, best offer on this bin. Bowen Singing Slam. That's a 1956 mono, $49.99 on that. Johnny Littlejohn, So-Called Friends. Johnny Littlejohn is $19.99. We have Dan Mailquire's Broke Review. Bitterness, Spite, Rage, and Scorn. That's a 2002 Garage album, $29.99 on that. Joe Jackson, Night and Day. Joe Jackson is $19.99 for Joe Jackson, Night and Day. No condition notes on that. Also, Les Vides. Let me check the spine on this one. Les Verges, maybe. That's a G. Les Verges, a 1986 French psychobilly record, $39.99. And we have 9 Below Zero live at the venue. 9 Below Zero is an 89 UK. That's $24.99. And the Nomads, made in Japan. That's a 96 Spain pressing, $74.99. These are all buy it now, best offer. So Mass had a bid for 30 and then 30. And then, hold on a second. We got 2 M auctions. So make sure you put either MOD or Mass. Okay? I've got Mass at 40 and I got MOD at 50. And I don't think anybody has claimed or made an offer or anything in there since that last break. Bob Dylan in concert, Brandeis University, 1963, $34.99 for Bob Dylan. We have Vindicated, a Flesh Tones tribute. That's a 2007 French copy, $29.99 for that. David Bowie, La Grande Historia del Rock. Bowie is $26.99. That is a compilation of some early tracks. Procol Harum's Greatest Hits Volume 1, Wider Shade of Pale, $19.99 for Procol Harum. And Hillman's Taking the Trash Back In, a 2018 UK copy sealed, $24.99. Chris Gardner on DB, that's David Bowie. Bob Panasniak says Flying Island, $23. That was right back here. Bob, I will sell that for $30. That would be $10 off on that. Mod 50, Mod 55. Mass is at 41 with Dustin Odom. The previous bidder was Jason at 40. He says he's out. Now MOD's at 55. Donna says Procol Harum 15. That's sold to Donna for $15. Next is Leadfoot Tea, Grease and Oil. Leadfoot Tea, Grease and Oil is a 2018 European pressing, sealed, $19.99. Kevin Cassidy, Procol Harum is already sold. Crossroads, music by Ry Cooder, that's a soundtrack, $34.99 for the Crossroads soundtrack. And Foreigner Records, that has the die-cut cover, that's a greatest hits, $34.99. Danny says Mod is at 60. Mod is at 60 with Jared Benoit. Yeah, there's some bids out of place. Mod was at 60. Alonzo bid 50, then he bid 55. Alonzo, Jared's already at 60 on that one. That's at 60 on that one. And then Bob says he will take Flying for $30. That is sold for $30. William, that might have not come in until Monday. If you ever have a question about invoicing, send us a message on Facebook. Make sure you send Collectco a message. Don't send me a message. Make sure you send Collectco a message. And Ed will take care of you in tomorrow or sometime the next day. So now MOD is at $65 and Mass, that is called Metal Fighter, and that was a final call to Dustin Odom for $41. If anybody ever has any questions about invoicing, make sure you send our Facebook page a message. I said late last night, I went to my message request tab, which I forget to check all the time, and I had 197 Facebook request messages that I had never even seen before. I hadn't checked that thing in like 6 months. It's been a long time. Justin Cleveland says Leadfoot 15 and then 15 to Blade Singletary. So Justin Cleveland is first. That's at $15. Blade, you're second. Next is Jazz at the College of the Pacific, Dave Brubeck Quartet. An 83 US reissue, $19.99 for Dave Brubeck. Also, Phil Collins, Hang In Long Enough. That's a 12-inch single. Phil Collins, $14.99. Willie Nelson and Roger Miller, Old Friends, $19.99 for Willie and Roger in shrink wrap. Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush, $14.99 for that album is called What's Next, and Foreigner 4 is $24.99. Justin Cleveland says $15 on Dave Brubeck. That is so to Justin Cleveland. The Hillman's price. The Hillman's is right here, Greg Brown, taking the trash back in. That is sealed at 2018, $24.99. So Mass is sold to Dustin Odom for $41. I had a feeling those would be popular. And then we have MOD at $75. Somebody asked, do we have any more Iron Maidens? No, but we're going to have several tomorrow and then probably, hopefully, a lot on Thursday. But, yeah, looks like Seth's already got started on a few. That's where he left off. And we should have more. But I do have a Smashing Pumpkins box set to sell, and that is the album Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Melancholy is the 2014. It's all complete with the book and near mint. That's Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. This one's opened. It is a $65 start. $65 start. Not a bad price for Melancholy. 4 LP, $65 start. Blade Singletary said Marino, $10. Sell that to Blade for $10. And now MOD is at $80. I don't recall seeing that album too many times. Bob Seger, Against the Wind, $34.99. Greg Brown said he is sold on the Hillman. Smashing Pumpkins has a bid for $65. And the Cars, Tonight She Comes, a 12-inch single promo, $24.99. White label promo. The Best of Procol Harum. There's another one. This is the official label, A&M, gatefold with a foil cover, $34.99. Smashing Pumpkins at $70. Hey, there it is. David Allan Coe's greatest hits. Somebody asked, do we have any more David Allan Coe? $24.99. There's his greatest hits. Days of Future Past. That is actually a Japanese pressing. Days of Future Past. No condition notes. $29.99. Brent Rively, first on David Allan Coe. MOD's at $85. And Robert Tomic, you're out on Smashing Pumpkins. The Stones. Get Your Yayas Out. That's $34.99. That's the Rolling Stones Blue London label, $34.99. Marshall's third on DAC. Procol Harum, Donna, was $34.99. $34.99 gatefold. Very nice. Conquistador, a wider shade of pale. Smashing Pumpkins at $77. Alonzo, you're out on the MOD. Let me know if you want back in. Slow Hand, a classic. Clapton, Eric Clapton, $34.99. $34.99. Always read the tracks here on side one. Cocaine, Wonderful Tonight, Lay Down Sally. Next time you see here, We're All the Way. And then, of course, The Core is a good one. Peaches and Diesel, $34.99. Smashing Pumpkins at $90. He's out on MOD. That's a final call to Jared Benoit for $85. Foo Fighters, One by One, $34.99 on Foo Fighters. Prince, that is a 1986 U.S. Allied, $49.99 for Prince. And Lou Reed, Growing Up in Public, $34.99. Wow, some big titles in here. Hotel California, EX Condition, $29.99. A gatefold. It does have an original, it has a generic inner sleeve gatefold. No poster on that one. And then John Lennon, Live Peace Toronto, EX, $29.99. Pumpkins. Smashing Pumpkins is at $91. MOD can be sold to Jared Benoit for $85. And if anybody wants a new sealed Smashing Pumpkins, that one's a final call. We have that album, new and sealed, the newest repress. I'm looking at them right here. I'm pointing at them. You probably can see my hand going up and down. They're $119.99. So if anybody wants a new sealed copy of Smashing Pumpkins, $119.99. Also Adventure says he'll take Foo Fighters for $28. That is so to Also Adventure, the Foo Fighters for $28. Cream. Really nice condition. This is usually beat because it has this flipped up cover. That's a 2 LP compilation called Heavy Cream, $34.99. And Kai Olay, Kai Winding's Trombone and Orchestra, a Verve gatefold, $19.99. Procol Harum is a single LP. Smashing Pumpkins is sold to Chris Knapp for $91. That is gone. And our next LP is Dwight Yoakam and Reliant K. I'm saving the last two because it's stuff I really don't recognize, but I'll put them up in just a second. All right, Shannon Mashaka said 40 on Prince, sold. You see, I'm being very reasonable. I usually say this before. James Bragg just took Prince at sticker price. That's my bad because Shannon just offered $10 less. A few more seconds and Shannon still could have got it, but it would have been sticker price. Shannon, you got it for $40. Next auction is Reliant K, MMHMM. That's a 2006 US orange vinyl, $35 start. And then here is Dwight Yoakam. It is an OG 87 US specialty pressing, original on a sleeve. Wow, that's a great starting price. EX edition. Let's go ahead and start it for $15. This is Hillbilly Deluxe, Dwight Yoakam, original on a sleeve, nice. $15 start. Justin Cleveland on Eagles for $20. That is sold. Like I said, I'm here to sell records. Don't hesitate to make offers. $5 off, maybe $4 off. Sometimes I'll take $10 off. Sometimes I'll take $15 off. If it's something we've been getting in quite often and no one's really been buying them, I'll go ahead and just let them roll. I'll say sold and we'll move on to a different one. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to, I do collect records for sure, but if I'm here live, I'm here to sell music and I'm here to send it to new homes all across the country and the world. The world. We have the Jacksons, Destiny. That's a white label promo, 1978 white label promo, $39.99 on that. We have Reliant K at $37, so we had bids for $35, $35, $37. Dwight Yoakam has an opening bid for $20. Village People, Live and Sleazy. That's $19.99. Village People, Live and Sleazy. Janice Martin, that rockin' gal rocks on. Janice Martin is $19.99. Great Rhythm and Blues Oldies, John Turner, $19.99 for Great Rhythm and Blues Oldies. Buddy Holly, Live, Volume 1, $19.99. The only unreleased live recordings of Buddy Holly, $19.99 on that. We have Barrett's Whitfield and the Savages, Oh, Ow, Ow, Ow. That's at 88 Canadian, $9.99. And the Yokohama Nights. The Yokohama Nights is $19.99. We also have Hooligans. Hooligans is a 74 Mexico press, $19.99. Blowfly, that's Blowfly for President, $26.99 for Blowfly, and that's a mouthful, Blowfly. And the Boppin' Kids Go Wild, $14.99. Hard to sell music and eat calzone, and I'm almost out of calzone. Yeah, I may, for the poster people watching, we may legitimately take a break tonight so I can focus on posters and not be distracted by the fact I have food over here. So for the poster people that's watching, yeah, that's what we call them now, by the way, poster people. So we may literally legitimately take a break in the feed here in about 45 minutes, just FYI. Maybe, well, we'll see. So if y'all come back and the feed's ended, I promise I'll be back for posters. Just going to give everybody a heads up. It is about to be top of the hour. I see offers, I see bids, and I see claims. So first was Reliant K at $40 with Tommy Flowers, Dwight Yoakam at $22. Then James Goggin offered $25 for Procol Harum. Susie said she'll take it as sticker. So James, I was just about to sell that to you. If you want it, it'll be $34.99. If not, it's sold to Susie. Reliant K's at $35. Dwight Yoakam, $30. And then Chris says Yoke for $15. Yoke. Yokohama Nights. Sell that to Chris Knapp for $15. Reliant K's at $40. Dwight Yoakam, $32. And we have Reliant K at $40 with Grant Peltzer. So we got a two-way tie. Daniel Bouzidin offered $35 for the Jackson promo. That is sold to Daniel Bouzidin. James, let me know if you want Procol at sticker price. If not, it is sold to Susie. Now, there's a lot of records left in here. I can't go through all those again in detail because that would be wasting time on other stuff. I am going to go through some half-off bins next, but I'm going to hit some titles, and I'm going to hit some high notes. First, what I was looking for. Procol Harum, that is sold to Susie for $34.99. Tommy says he's first. Yeah, I think we got a three-way tie on Reliant K. We need a tiebreaker. Yep, we have 40, 40, and 40. Tommy Flowers came in first. There's a three-way tie at 40. So the other two bidders, Grant just bid 42. And now Dwight Yoakam's at 35. All right, and there's only two auctions that have not sold tonight. We have these two Japanese Atomic Rooster CDs for a $35 buy it now. Those two Japanese Atomic Rooster CDs, and then the Stray Cats bootleg. That's a vintage bootleg, live at the Roxy, 1981, $55 buy it now. Excuse me, $55 buy it now on that. That's the only two auctions. Also, I have a mystery person. I've been meaning to post this in the group. I don't know who it is, but I have a mystery person sending me some interesting stuff through the mail. I've been getting random newspaper clippings from California of Pablo Cruz, and I've kept them all. I think this is the third time this has happened. I don't know who's sending them, but I've been keeping them behind the counter. I've got random Pablo Cruz newspaper articles being sent to me in the mail. So, attention, Chad, from San Jose, California. And I know a few people out in California that's regular customers, but whoever's doing that, thank you. I wish you would let me know, because I would say thank you. But I've got a little bit of a collection going on behind the counter. But I've been getting random newspaper clippings of Pablo Cruz in the mail. I think that's the third time it's happened. Unaddressed envelope. Okay, Donna said she'd give $25 for heavy cream. Sold. Donna gets heavy cream for $25. All right, Reliant K's at $50 with Grant Peltzer, and Dwight Yoakam is with Marshall Bassett for $35. That is OG. Final call. I'm going to read titles. If you need a price, let me know if you want to go ahead and make an offer. There's Errol Smith, Julie London, The Happenings Golden Hits. We have Jim Jones Review, Rockin' Chair Gwen McKay. We have Art Farmer, The Yips, The Osmond Brothers, Brooke Benton, The Out of Place, Genesis Seconds Out, Bowen Singin, Slam Stewart, a Roe Gardner. That was an original mono record. Johnny Littlejohn, Dan Melchior's Broke Review, Joe Jackson, Les Verges, Live at 9 Avenue, 9 Below Zero, The Nomads, and Bob Dylan. Derek Clark's right. This is a heck of a deal on these Japanese Atomic Rooster CDs, because I accidentally misordered these from one of our Japanese dealers, and I thought I was buying vinyl. And so I know I'm taking a loss on those for sure, just FYI. We have Undedicated, a Flesh Tones tribute. Undedicated, a Flesh Tones tribute. Crossroads, music by Ry Cooder. Foreigner Records, a.k.a. Greatest Hits. Phil Collins, 12-inch single. Willie Nelson and Roger Miller, Foreigner 4. We have Bob Seger, Against the Wind. The Cars, Tonight She Comes. Japanese Moody Blues, amazing album. Stones, Eric Clapton, Lou Reed, John Lennon, Kai, Olay, Village People, Great Oldies, Joe Turner, Janice Martin, Buddy Holly Live, Barron Switterfield and the Savages, Hooligans, The Boppin' Kids, and Blowfly for President. All right, so Dwight Yoakam then is sold for $35 to Marshall Bassett. We have Reliant K as a final call. I want to make sure everybody's done. Grant Peltzer has it for $50. The Aerosmith was $26.99, Corey. The vinyl's really, really nice, but it does have a stained cover, which kind of blends in with the actual... That's actual stains that they printed on the jacket. It was kind of made to look like it was an actual bootleg, but that's an actual stain, actual cover damage. And then Paul Oakley takes the 2 Atomic Rooster CDs, so sell those both to Paul Oakley for $35. Thank you. Those are sold to Paul Oakley. Jason Widener says FF for $20, and FF was and Lou Reed was $34.99. No condition notes. It does have a clip corner, OG, and original under sleeve, and FF for Jason Widener was, you might have to make sure on that. Jason, let me know what the FF, I'm going to assume Foreigner 4, is that right? What was that, Foreigner 4? Probably. I bet that's Foreigner 4. Corey Lawson says he will take the Aerosmith. Yeah, okay. And then sell that to Jason Widener for $20. And then let's sell Reliant K to Grant Peltzer for $50. All right, so those are all gone. And then next, we have, here's the last 2 auctions in the flip video. I don't know a lot about these, but we'll try them. I didn't know a lot about Reliant K either, and that was one of the more popular ones tonight. Alan Vega, a 1980 U.S. press, a $35 start. Alan Vega, $35 start, and Esperanza Spalding, Emily's De-Evolution. And this is a 2016 with a signed insert, $20 start on that. George said he'd give $28 for the Lou Reed. Lou Reed is sold to George for $28. Now we're chipping away at this bin. The Cars was Tonight She Comes, a white label promo, 12-inch single, $24.99. All right, awesome. I'm going to put this crate over here in the to be sorted in the in-store bins. So the next time you see these, they will either be even more discounted or they'll be in a flip crate, just FYI. Just so if you want something, now's the time. I don't think I have not reached a deal with somebody yet. Justin Cleveland gets the Moody Blues for 20. Robert's in on the Allan Vega for 35. They're going to be right over here next to me, so they're going to be available all night long. Now, that's not the last 2 auctions on the table. That's just the last 2 that we had ready. I've got a whole nother crate, but we need to keep those for tomorrow if possible, because just Laura here tomorrow, Price and Records. Typically, it would be Laura and John. John's off on Wednesdays. Paul's still out on the road doing some buying. So we actually already have all of tomorrow's auctions already ready. They're all ready and ready to go. So I probably need to hang on to those. And I've got Japanese stuff already ready, like 2 full crates. But of course, we'll need those for Saturday night when Laura's not here to Price Records. So we typically have 2 or 3 people here every day now. When we get down to 1, it gets tricky. When we get down to 1 person here pricing stuff, it takes a lot to have these shows actually ready to go. Let me go load up a crate of half-off stuff. When I come back, I'm selling Allan Vega, and I'll make the other record a half-off bin. But luckily, we're already prepared, and there's some really good stuff ready, and I'm going to add to it tonight. I'm going to try to immediately start getting some stuff ready. But let's go through this half-off bin here. I'm going to go crate them up right now. Let's see what we have in here. Let's grab this stuff right here. I think somebody earlier asked for this band right here, Sweetwater. I feel like somebody asked for that earlier. This one with the watermelon on it. I'm going to grab a couple handfuls from here. Then I'm going to jump over here and grab some handfuls over here, which should be a lot of interesting stuff. Let's see. And then we got pretty much a full crate. This stuff's going to be half-off stickers. So this is stuff that I think we showed Buy It Now Best Offer. I put it in the bins in the store. The people who have come in the store to shop, they've got to look through it, and so it's been sitting around. Now it's time for a major discount. So these are half-off sticker. I will tell the sticker price, which is the half-off price. Allan Vega, only 1 bid, so to Robert Warner. And if anybody wants these Emily's The Evolution, Esperanza Spalding, it is a $20 buy it now. Includes signed insert. Signed insert on that. All right, next auction is Joan Jett, Bad Reputation. And we have a Journey LP. Whoop, let's not do that. That's 2 J's. Let's do, who is this? Vanilla, of course. Ice Ice Baby. All right, so first we have Emily's The Evolution. That is sold to Michael Ruttman for the $20 buy it now. That is sold. And here is Joan Jett. Bad Reputation is a 1982 US RCA. It does have the company label. And it is let's take a look at these. I got to double grade these. Seth grades them, but I always double check his work. This is really nice. This is extremely nice. This is going to be an EX Plus record. This is Joan Jett, Bad Reputation. This is going to go up for a $20 start. That's a 1982, which I think is technically a reissue. And it does have a company inner sleeve. Let me go ahead and show that to you. Company inner sleeve, which is where? Oh, it's right here. The plastic inner sleeve. Yeah, that's on. There's the company inner sleeve. Joan Jett, $20 start. Very nice looking condition from what I'm seeing. He said this Vanilla Ice single was really beat up, which means low grade. That's typically how these things look. It's not that bad though. It's not, especially for a 12-inch single like this. It's still VG minus condition, but it's playable. Ice Ice Baby, and the B-side is Play That Funky Music. That's a $5 start. So Joan Jett, 20, and Vanilla Ice, a $5 start. All right, let's go through a half-off bin. I hope everybody's awake. Test. This thing on. I'm going to chug some V8 right quick. Is everybody here with me? All right. Both auctions have bid. Half off. The price I tell you is the price. Pay no more and pay no less. Tom Jones. Memories don't leave like people do. $6.50 for Tom Jones. By the way, if you're new, everything we put out we've cleaned, either by hand or ultrasonically cleaned, and we put everything in new sleeves. Everything will have an inner sleeve. Everything will come in an outer sleeve. Everything is sleeved and cleaned, by the way. We have Commodores in the pocket. The Commodores is $7.50. $7.50. The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, $7.50. And We have Glenn Campbell, Bloodline. Glenn Campbell is $5. Also, Eric Carmen, Tonight You're Mine. Eric Carmen, $5. Going through a half-off bin. So I introduced Joan Jett and Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice got a $5 bid. Joan Jett, $20. We have Vanilla Ice, $5. Joan Jett, $22. No cover for Vanilla Ice. This is the cover. It's just a 12-inch single. 12-inch singles sometimes didn't actually come with covers, just these generic covers. Ice Ice Baby, and Play That Funky Music. This is sometimes the way they came, just in a generic cover like that. Joan Jett, 22. Joan Jett, 24. Paul's on. Paul says, we just got a hotel for tonight. We got more great records. Paul, it looks like not only are you buying great records out there, it looks like you're picking up some incredible memorabilia as well. He sent me some pictures, guys and gals, earlier of some amazing autographs. He's been picking up some posters, autographs, and other incredible stuff. And we're all very excited, including myself, to see all that and then sell it so they can buy it. We have Davey Winstead, first on CO. CO was Commodores. That is the first half-off record. That is sold to Davey for $750. Joan Jett, 27. Jerry Conklin, second on the Commodores. Jason Widener's out. So Joan Jett, 27, final call. And Ice Ice Baby has one $5 bid, and we're about to sell it to Alex Butler for $5. Next is James Taylor. Dad loves his work. $7.50 on James Taylor. Jefferson Starship, Modern Times. $7.50. Jefferson Starship, Modern Times. Pete Townsend, Chinese Eyes. Pete Townsend is $7.50. And Burt Lancaster in The Swimmer. That is a soundtrack. It's now $15. It's a white label promo in mono. And the music is by, who actually does the music here? Marvin Hamlish. That is the Swimmer soundtrack. White label promo from 68, $15 on that. $15 on that. Another year, Leo Sayer. Leo Sayer is $5, and Grand Funk lives. Grand Funk is $10 for Grand Funk. $10 on Grand Funk. Planet P. Planet P is $10, and we have Carole King, Wrap Around Joy. Carole King is $7.50 for Carole King. Joan Jett then is sold to Rick Peabody. Nice pickup there. Very, very nice looking copy. That is sold to Rick Peabody for $27. Now, I typically have a rule. We don't put out anything less than $10 just because of our logistics and cost. Much less an auction. I figured this would sell for like $20. And we had, hold on a second. Tony Lewis bid $5 and Alex Butler said $5. Tony Lewis didn't even say anything. Tony has this for $5. Alex Butler was second. So Alex, you're actually out. Tony Lewis bid first. I'm going to give this a few more seconds, but it's at $5. Now Alex is at $6. Okay, $6 on that. Davey Winstead on LS. LS on Leo Sayer. That is so to Davey Winstead. So now Tony Lewis, you're out. Let me know if you want back in. And Randy Stonehill, The Sky is Falling, a 1980, that's a rock album. $10 on that. Randy Stonehill and Laura Nero, an original 69, $13.50. $13.50. Usually when I put something up for a $5 start, it's because I feel like it's going to get a lot more bids very quickly. Next auction is called Western Movie Themes. This is actually a 1976 Japanese pressing. Seth said this particular record has actually never sold on Discogs. The Western Movie Things, which is a 76 Japanese. It's nice. Outlaw Josie Wales, $15 start. High Noon. That is a Western Movie Things compilation. A Japanese pressing, $15 start on that. We're going through a half-off bin, just FYI. This is Fury Lewis, Shake 'Em On Down. $15 on Fury Lewis, Shake 'Em On Down. Love Affair. Love Affair is a 1980 press, $7.50. Also, Sweetwater. Sweetwater's a 71 Pittman press, $10 on Sweetwater. $10 on that. We have Chris Knapp said JW $17. JW $17. Or is that a bid? Because this is a half-off bin. Maybe. I'll figure out what he wanted there. But first, we have Vanilla Ice at $7. Now, Alex Butler, you're out. If you're done bidding, say out. If you want to bid again, let me know. JW. That must have been for Josie Wales. Okay. Western Movie Things. Yeah. That's a compilation. So, 17, 15, now 20. Matt Lawson on Fury. Matt Lawson on Fury Lewis. That's sold to Matt Lawson. And this next crate here is officially full. So let me swap out bins. Let's try to fill up another full crate of vintage tonight if we can. We filled up all of those. Fantastic. And the next thing I have here is another crate to fill up. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Okay. Let me see what's going on over here for 1 second. Interesting. Okay. Alex bid 8. Tony bid 9. We have Jason Widener on Jefferson Starship. We're going through a half-off bin. Jefferson Starship is sold to Jason Widener. The Western Themes at 25 Reliant K is already sold. Yes. Jesse Frederick, a 71 white label promo, $10 on that. Alex is at 10 on Vanilla Ice. The Rooftop Singers, walk right in, $5 on Rooftop Singers. Dan Fogelberg and Tim Weisberg, that is $5. And we have Tombstone Every Mile, Dick Curlis. Tombstone Every Mile, that is $10 on that. And the Association Birthday, $7.50. Megadeth is right here, Michael Jacob. Rust and Peace is $38.99. I have 2 copies left if anybody wants one. Megadeth is $38.99. Vanilla Ice is at 11. Chris Knapp is out on Western Themes. Michelle Miller has it for $25. This is a half-off bin, by the way. Sound Effects Volume 14, $7.50. Sound Effects. Lips Inc. It's a 12-inch single promo of Rocket. Single-sided, $5 on that. Alex is out. Vanilla Ice is sold to Tony Lewis for $11. And final call on Western Themes to Michelle Miller for $25. 20 Grand Years of Country. That is a sealed country compilation, $10. Johnny Paycheck, Take This Job and Shove It. Ode to Billy Joe, Bobby Gentry. Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. Jimmy Dean, Big Bad John. Willie Nelson on the road again. Crystal Gale, Ann Murray, Roger Valley PTA. King of the Road. That's pretty interesting stuff there. Sealed, $10. Michael Jacob said sold on Megadeth. Of course, that is sticker price to Michael Jacob. If anybody else wants one, there's 1 Megadeth left. Susie gets this for the half-off price of $10. And we have Jan and Dean and the Bel Air Bandits, One Summer Night live. That's a 1982 pressing, sealed, $15 on that. Bernie Worrell and the Woo in the World. That's a 78 funk album. It was $64.99. Now it's $32.50. Half off of $65. Peter, Paul, and Mary, See What Tomorrow Brings. Peter, Paul, and Mary is $5. And Radio Million Performance Songs. Radio Million, an 84 promo, $10. Wow, the Beatles is on here. And Elvis. You don't see many comps with Beatles and Elvis songs on them too often. $10 on that. So the Western Themes is sold to Michelle for $25. We've got a handful more of auctions over here. Actually, this was a buy it now that I didn't get to show earlier. It's the Imperlery Stand in Line. Imperlettery Stand in Line. John said he might want to auction this. I forgot to, and I'm just going to make it a buy it now. He had it stickered for $34.99. The hop sticker says Graham Bonnet of Rainbow, Chuck Wright of Quiet Riot, Phil Wolf of Driver, and Pat Torpy of Ted Nugent. And Chris Imploretti, that's his last name, the front man. Brown vinyl, $34.99. When you hold it up to the light, it's on translucent virgin brown vinyl, $34.99. That's sold to Jason Jones. Make sure that goes in for sticker. I was going to be auctioned, but I forgot to, and that's sold to Jason Jones. So instead of putting it up for auction, I made it a buy it now, and I've got a Dolly record, and I have all this stuff over here is stuff Seth got ready yesterday that no one has really seen, and it's supposed to be being sold tomorrow, but we have some more time for more auctions, so let's go ahead and do some now. I got Japanese Wham and I got Dolly Parton. Let's go ahead and do these up for auction, and we're going through a half-off bin, by the way. I'll tell about those in 1 second. First, let's do a few more in here. The Rosington Band. Love Your Band. Love Your Man. The Rosington Band. Gold stamp promo. That is $10. Also, Tom Paul and the Glasser Brothers, Rings and Things. Tom Paul is $5. Tom Paul and the Glasser Brothers. Willis Jackson. Willis Jackson is a 1969 U.S. reissue. That's a jazz album. VG condition, $5. And the Allman Brothers, Eliton Rogues, EX $9. The first auction on the left here is Wham. It's a Japanese pressing. It is near mint minus and pristine. It's an OG 1983. The vinyl, typical, very nice. And this one has the book with it. This is Wham. Fantastic. Shrink wrap Obi. $35 start. And then this is Dolly. It's called Early Dolly. This has some of her most earliest recordings on it. It's a 2021 gold vinyl sealed $25 start. J.D. Conklin wants WJ. Willis Jackson, that's sold. Alex Butler's in on Wham at $35. So we're going through a half-off bin. We're probably going to go through this one and at least one more. And then I'm going to do some final calling and some recapping. Do you have any Merciful Fate? I don't think I have any Merciful Fate on new vinyl. I probably need to make a note to order some of those, but no, to my knowledge, none. Wham and Dolly both have Dids. David Blue. David Blue's in VG condition, $10 on David Blue. Santana, Caravan Sorry. Santana is in VG condition, $5. Johnny Young, Blues Masters Volume 9. That is in VG Plus condition, $12.50. Johnny Young, Blues Masters, $12.50 on that. Raunch Hands, Big Top. Raunch Hands is a 2008 garage album. $10 on Raunch Hands. And Gordon Lightfoot, Endless Wire. That's in VG condition, $5. J.D. Conklin on Santana. That's sold to J.D. Jerry Conklin. Dolly has a new bid for $26 with Robert Warner. And final call on Wham to Alex Butler for $35. We're about to sell it. Next is Nancy and Lee. Nancy Sinatra, VG Plus condition, $7.50. James Goggin on Gordon Lightfoot for that $5 half off price. Wham has a new bid for $38. Focus Live at the Rainbow, VG Plus $7.50. Tim Buckley, self-titled, VG condition $12.50. And we have Cheryl Lynn in the Night. Cheryl Lynn is EX edition, $8.50. Tunes of the Gay 90s, recorded at the Old Village, Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania, VG Plus $5. And Congo, Music Congo. That is a 1984 French import. It does have some moisture damage to the bottom of the jacket. That's in VG Plus condition, $12.50. So Alex is back in on Wham at $40. JD, you're out. Davey Winstead, let me know if you want back in on Dolly. Robert outbid you a couple minutes ago. It's a final call to him. And then Noah Farrell wants TB. TB was Tim Buckley. That is sold to John Curran IV over on YouTube, and that's Noah Farrell. Wham has a new bid for $45. I think I'll very quickly read the titles left in here. We can go through a whole nother new bin really quick. Let me go ahead and go through these very quickly. So if you need a price, let me know. They're half off, and then I'm going to go fill up another one. Tom Jones, Memory Don't Leave. We have Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, Glenn Campbell, Eric Carbon, James Taylor, Pete Townsend. The soundtrack to The Swimmer, Marvin Hamlish. We have Grand Funk. We have Planet P, Carole King, Randy Stonehill, Laura Nero, Love Affair, Sweetwater, Jesse Frederick, The Rooftop Singers. That's a folk classic. Dan Fogelberg, Dick Curlis, The Association, Sound Effects, Lips Inc., Jan and Dean, Bernie Worrell, Shakedown. It does have a clip corner. No condition notes on the back. And yeah, it's very nice. Arista. And that is a 78 funk album, now $32.50. Wham has a new bid for $46. Debbie's in on Dolly at $27. Robert Warner, let me know if you want back in. Peter, Paul, and Mary, Radio Million Singers. That was a compilation. The Rosenton Band, and Derek Clark says this is Gary Rosenton of Leonard Skynyrd. Awesome Southern rock. What he's trying to say is you should buy that for $10. Tom Paul Glasser, the Allman Brothers, David Blue, Johnny Young, Raunch Hands, Nancy and Lee, Focus at the Rainbow, Cheryl Lynn, Tunes of the Gay 90s, and Congo. Wham's at $50 of Alex Butler. And we're about to sell Debbie Dolly for $27. It's going to make sure Robert's out. George Sherritt says he'll take the funk record. That was half off of $64.99. Now it's $32.50. Do you have the Arthur soundtrack? That pops up sometimes, actually quite often. But no, I don't think I have one right now out for sale that I can go to. It wouldn't surprise me if there's one around here in one of these bins, but I don't know where one is right now. I'm going to take a drink of V8 and finish this can off. I actually just took one drink. I'm going to save the rest. I might need it here in a minute. All right, let me go fill up another bin. Okay, so we have George Shearer on Funk. We have Michael Jacob on Peter, Paul, and Mary, PPM. That is sold. Dolly's back in, 28. Debbie, you've been outbid. Kenny Cates wants AB. Kenny AB was for Allman Brothers. Wham's at 52. Tim Turner said he will take that Rosenton band. And Bob Panozniak on Cheryl. Bob Panozniak on Cheryl. My connection's slow tonight. That's okay. We always give plenty of time. I just always make sure somebody says out when they're out. So there's never any time limits on auctions. If you're slow, that's okay. I just, whenever you are done, I just say, make sure you say out. All right, I'm going to go swap out bands. These are going to be right here behind me. There might be people looking stuff up. There might be people figure out if they have something or need something. I'm going to go ahead and fill up another tub, though. I'm working on a system here at the store. I'm going down the line here, and I'm emptying out the store bins, and then I'm filling them up with new stuff. That way people can come into the store throughout the week and shop these and pick some out. Otherwise, they're just in crates. And the old stuff I crate up, and we do half off after it's been in here. Most of these have been in the bins now since about May. So, 2-3 months. Well, some of these are April. So, yeah, 2 or 3 months, and then boom, we sell them and get rid of them. I've told people before, if you come in here about every 30 days, maybe every 2 months, if you're like out of town, maybe near Nashville, if you come in our store about every 2 months, there's going to be a completely new, like 10,000 LPs out for sale that didn't sell during our live streams, because we go through hundreds of records every night. Sometimes there's 20 left over. Sometimes there's 150 left over, because some nights we put out like 12 crates and there's just a lot left in the bins and the crates, and so those get gone back through, and then we sell them. We put them out in the store. So if you're kind of local, and a lot of people watch our sales, but they don't buy a lot, they come in the store and dig around, and after they maybe had their eye on something. If you come in here about every 30 or 60 days, if you're local or drive out of town, you're going to see like a complete new store, both new vinyl and pre-owned vinyl. Plus, we have a $5 section in the back, and John puts $5 records out every single day. The bins are actually so full right now, we're starting to crate them up. We've got 20 boxes over here of $5 records. He's running out of room to put them because he don't know where to put them. We have a very limited space, so we're starting to store stuff up here underneath our bins and stuff. Somebody asked me how much Love Affair was. Love Affair, that was in Shrink and Hype, and that was $7.50. Javi Soto, $7.50. Wham's at $53, and Dolly's at $30. All right, let's go through another half-off bin. Probably go through this one, then I'll see where we're at. I'll probably do some final calls, some recapping, and we may have to take a break before I do posters. And we're going to be doing posters tonight. Really cool stuff from Fred Goodwin collection. New stuff, old stuff, and a little bit of everything. Half-off records. Let's go through these. The Good Time Songs of Glenn Campbell, a 2 LP set. That is now $7.50 for Mr. Campbell. Awakening, The Third Eye. That is a sealed 2010 German copy, $20 for The Third Eye. The Edwin Hawkins Singers, Let Us Go Into the House of the Lord, $10. That's Black Gospel. I'm sure that's absolutely amazing. Orleans, Let There Be Music. Orleans is $5. And Tom Jones, Close Up. Tom Jones, $5. Progressive Pickin', Mr. Atkins, Chet Atkins, $7.50. Wham's at $55. Alex, you're out. And Debbie, you're out on Dolly. Debbie's out on Dolly. Robert has it at $30. The Third Man Behind the Wheel. That is $7.50. Dave Dudley, George Morgan, Red Savine. We call that truck driving music. $7.50. J.D. Conklin wants ORL, Orleans. So too J.D. Jerry Conklin. Another Chet Atkins, The Guitar Genius. That's a German press. $7.50. Dennis Yost and the Classic Four. That has their hit song on as Stormy and Spooky. $7.50 for Dennis Yost. Sound Effects Volume 2. We had Volume 14 earlier. $7.50. Wham's at 50 cents. JD, you're out. Confessions of a Male Chauvinist Pig. Artie Kaplan. That's $10. Debbie's back in on Dolly at $31. Robert Warner, you're out. Seals and Croft Sudan Village is $5. Seals and Croft Sudan Village. X, The Shams, Sign the Line. That's a 2005 Garage album. $20 on, I don't think that's X. Hold on a second. That's The Shams, Sign the Line. I saw X, nothing to do with the band X. It's called The Shams, Sign the Line. That's $20. We have Chris Knapp on the sound effects record, and I don't have any King Diamond in stock either. Nothing new sealed by King Diamond. I'll order some of that as well, Michael Jacob. And Kenny Case Jr. wants the truck driving music, the man behind the wheel. There's a truck driver up at the Bunks Cafe there. He is flirting with some ladies. Wham is at 58. Michael Butler, or Alex Butler, you're out. Robert Warner, you're out on Dolly. He probably knows that. He just has a delayed connection. There's Chet Atkins again. My records got out of order here. Where did we get to? We got to right here. This is the Revs Elevator EP. The Revs is a 92 UK alternate rock album, $7.50. Bebop Boogaloo, that's at 85 Europe. That's a swing album, $7.50. And Jack Benny original radio broadcast. Jack Benny, $7.50. Also, Nick Kershaw, When a Heart Beats. That's a 12-inch single. Also with Wild Horses, that's $5. J.D. Conklin on the Revs. That's sold to J.D. Robert's out on Dolly. He's out on Wham. Dolly is sold for $31 to Debbie Winstead. And Wham, fantastic, is sold to J.D. Jerry Conklin for $58. There was a couple good battles on those. I think we have plenty of time to put up some more auctions, so give me 1 second on that. Next thing I have here is Blow Monkeys with Curtis Mayfield. That is a 12-inch single, $5. It is The Day After You and 3 different versions of that, and Superfly, $5 on Blow Monkeys and Curtis Mayfield. Saint Albert's Dream, and that's a 2013 press, $20 on that. This is Lightning Dust, Infinite Light. A 2009 sealed folk rock album, $10 on Lightning Dust. And what does that say? It is $10. That is Blood Merlicon. Oh, here it is. Blood Meridian. Blood Meridian. And that is a sealed indie rock album, $10 on that. Let's see what we have over here in the auction bin. Let's see what we have here. We have a Japanese. Let's do a couple Japanese LPs. Typically wouldn't have these, but we have them right now. Jeff Beck and Toto. One of the most favorite requested names for y'all to want to hear me say. Evidently, I say Toto weird. It's properly, evidently pronounced Toto, even though there's no D in it. You're not supposed to say a T, you're supposed to say a D. I still disagree with that, but we'll move on. This is Toto, a 1978 Japanese OG, extremely nice, near mint, clean Japanese pressing. $35 star. There's the insert, and there's the cover. Hold the Line. That's OG 78 Toto. $35 start. It's not Toto. No D in that. That's 2 T's and 2 O's. And then we have Jeff Beck, Gold Disc. The other night we had some Jeff Beck. There was a lot of people interested. This one is a 73 Japanese compilation. Pretty nice Japanese vinyl. Extremely nice. We're going to call it EX++. It has the inner sleeve, and inside the gatefold, which is a foil cover, there is a attached booklet. Some say one of the best guitarists of all time. Jeff Beck. Has Obi, $25 start on Jeff Beck. So Toto 35, Jeff Beck 35 and 25. Okay, first Chris Knapp said Blood Meridian. Tommy Flowers, you were second. And the Third Eye is still available back here, Noah. Third Eye Awakening is $20. Third Eye Awakening is $20. Next is the sensational Alex Harvey Band, Rock Drill. Alex Harvey Band is a 78 UK. $10 on Alex Harvey Band. Gene McDaniels, hit after hit. Shrink wrap and a hop sticker. That's an early hop sticker for that kind of album. $5. Includes Point of No Return. Nothing to do with Kansas. $5 on that. Also, we have the Maharajas. Unrelated Statements. A garage album sealed. Now just $25. Paul Oakley's on AH. That's Alex Harvey. Tommy Flowers on Gene McDaniels. Those are sold and sold. We have Silver. This is a punk album, a 2004 Denmark press, $12.50. Final call to get a $25 start in on Jeff Beck. Wow, $25. Japanese with Obi, insert in book, and a final call to get in on Toto at 35. Those are final call. We have Delta Crossband. Delta Crossband up front, an 81 Scandinavian press, $5 on that. We have a bid on Beck for 25, and we have J.D. Conklin. You were second on Gene McDaniels. Another $25 bid on Beck. Another $25 bid on Beck. I was getting concerned. Now 26. Olivia Newton-John, Have You Ever Been Mellow? I will put up a Journey record next. Yeah, I think there's a few. The auctions I don't get to tonight, they will resume tomorrow. We'll be doing this again tomorrow, which is Wednesday. We'll also be here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday every night at 7 o'clock. Patsy Cline and Jim Reeves, Remembering. That is $10. Patsy Cline and Jim Reeves. Arlo Guthrie, Washington County. Arlo Guthrie is $10. And Roadies, Take Her Home. The Phillips 45s. It's a mod compilation. A 2013 Holland, $15. Alex Harvey is sold. Nobody bid on Toto, though. $35 buy it now. Jeff Beck's at $27. So Justin, 25. Charlie, 25. Blade, 25. Donna, 26. Justin, 27. And that's the high bid. I should have started it at $45, but I started it at 25. But we're at 27 now. Final call. And Toto should get some sort of claim. If not, I'll be extremely surprised. Chris Knapp gets the Roadies, and first on Toto was Jason Jones, then J.D. Conklin. So Toto goes to Jason Jones. Next is Alex Corner, Get Off My Cloud. Peter Frampton also appears on here, and Keith Richard and Nicky Hopkins. That's a 1990 UK. 1990 UK, $10 on that. Alex Corner, we have Pat Kelly. Pat Kelly's a 1987 pressing, sealed. $6.50, and Sock It To Me, The Now Generation, $5. Justin Cleveland's at 29 on Jeff Beck. I'm assuming that Blade and Charlie's out, but we'll see what happens. Donna, you've been outbid. Justin has it for 29. Billy Lee Riley, Harmonica, Beatlemania. So I think this is Billy Lee Riley doing Beatles songs as harmonica covers. VG Plus Condition, $7.50. Somebody asked about the Journey album. Asking, you shall receive. Let me see what's the best one in here. I'll do what I think is the best one in here. Ooh, that's going to be tough. There are Japanese pressings, too. We don't get this one as often. I'll put this one up. This is Journey Raised on Radio. It's near mint minus and pristine, and it's a Japanese pressing. No Obi, of course. It does have the booklet, $25 start. It's extremely nice. There's Journey. There's the LP. There's the book. There's the cover. Journey, Raised on Radio, $25 start. All right, so we have Jeff Beck at 30. J.D. Conklin wants AC. AC was... Now, did you mean AK for Alex Corner here? The Get Off My Cloud, J.D. Blades out on Jeff Beck. Tommy wants the Billy Lee Riley. And Jeff Beck's at 31. So Jeff Beck's between Donna and Justin, it looks like. Journey is a $25 start. A Japanese Raised on Radio. Japanese Raised on Radio. We have Dave Mason, Mariposa Dioso. Dave Mason is $5. LTD Togetherness. LTD is $7.50 on LTD. This is the Blood Brothers, March On Electric Children. The Blood Brothers is a 2002 hardcore punk, $20. The Blood Brothers. That is a $20 buy now, half off of $39.99. J.D. Conklin did want the Alex Corner. That is so to J.D. Conklin. Thank you. So do you. Next is Matt Kelly, A Wing and a Prayer. Matt Kelly is $7.50. Also, Harry Belafonte sings of the Caribbean. Harry Belafonte, $5. The Michael Pertriani Trio, Pianism. I don't think I said that correctly, but it's $12.50. All right, nobody bid on Journey. It's a $25 buy it now. No bid on Journey, $25 buy it now. Great price on that Japanese pressing, Raised on Radio. And Jeff Beck's at 31 with Justin Cleveland, and Donna's out. So if you was waiting to the end of the road, Jason Jones gets Journey for $25. If you was waiting for the end of the road on Jeff Beck, now's the time. Justin has it for 31, and it is a final call. We have 1933 to 1944. Edward R. Morrow. That is now $8.50. Journey sold to Jason Jones, then Edwin Riviera second, then J.D. Conklin. J.D.'s trying to bid on it. It has already sold. No one bid on it. KT Oslin, 80s Ladies, $7.50 on KT Oslin, 80s Ladies. And the Radiacs, Live and Rockin'. The Radiacs is a 1990 UK Psychobilly album, $10 on the Radiacs. And the Batfinks, Live and Rockin'. The Batfinks is a 1990 UK Psychobilly, $10 on that. Jeff Beck is sold then to Justin Cleveland for $3-1, $31 sold to Justin Cleveland. That is gone. Let's put that away for Justin Cleveland. Thank you, Justin. That is sold to you. All right, let me see if I can get it back in its sleeve here. That would be the next challenge. There we go. Beck. All right, finishing up this half-off bin. Get with the Poets and Live. The Poets is an Australian beat record. $10 on the Poets. Tom Robinson Band, TRB2. Tom Robinson Band is $10. The Rampires, not the Vampires, the Rampires, Bat Taste. That's a 2006 German red vinyl psychobilly album, sealed, $12.50. Classic Soundtracks Volume 1, Spindrift. That's a 2010 pressing, sealed, $12.50. Excuse me. Heavy Trash, Going Way Out with Heavy Trash. That's now $20. It's a 2007 sealed blues rock. That is now $20, and that is limited edition deluxe, 180 gram double LP, $20 on that. This is Peter Case. Peter Case, 1986, $7.50 on Peter Case. The Kinks, Wish I Could Fly Like Superman. That's a 12-inch single, $7.50, sealed. Pyramid of Love and Friends, a 1975 press, $15. George Scherer on HT for Heavy Trash. That is sold to George Scherer. Blade Singletary second. Stars of the 60s, Peter and Gordon. Peter and Gordon is $5. And the Prehistoric Ben Vaughn. Prehistoric Ben Vaughn, 1978 to 1980. That's a Spain pressing, a rock album. $10 on that. $10 on the Prehistoric Ben Vaughn. All right. Let me check something right over here right quick. Let's see here. All right, so anybody else on anything in there? To most of tonight's newest arrivals, actually, is that all that's left right there? Yeah, I think this is it right here. Give me 1 second to check in here. Yeah, I need to go through these. Okay, so the last thing we're going to go through, I think, is those right there. So here is the agenda for right now. I'm about to recap basically the new vinyl from tonight, which I think is just right here. It's only 4 records that's left. But before I do that, I'm going to bring up this whole crate just in case there's something else in there somebody wants. And if there's any last request of something you've seen, here's what I plan on doing. I'm going to stop the feed for a couple minutes and literally get set up for the rest of the night, which is we're going to show posters and stuff like that, other miscellaneous and random stuff. I'm going to stop the feed for 2 reasons: to eat right quick and then get everything actually up here. I typically would just pause, but that way we can really go through some stuff. But I'm still going to show some vinyl. I'm going to go through this crate and remind you about the rest of the week, which tomorrow, I've already took a peek at tomorrow's auctions. Great stuff. And of course, Laura always prices great LPs. She'll be here getting all the new vintage stuff. And if I have time, I'm definitely going to go through some other stuff tonight and have even more price. But very quickly, let me do these. So this is a final call. If you have any requests, if you want to know if we have something, if you're looking for something, this would be the time to do it. This is probably the last crate I'm going to go through during the records here. We have Morgan Wallen, One Thing at a Time, $49.99. He just announced he's playing at Neyland Stadium up in Knoxville. He's going to play in front of over 100,000 people up in Knoxville. Morgan Wallen, $49.99. That's going to be crazy. Operation Doomsday. This is MF Doom, new and sealed, $34.99 for Operation Doomsday. Savatage, Streets, a rock opera. That's a 2 LP blue vinyl, Savatage, $59.99. Slipknot, Iowa, Slipknot's $36.99. No Little Richard that I know of. We bought a Little Richard autograph today. We'll have it sometime for sale in the next couple weeks. Deftones is $33.99. That's a 20th anniversary limited edition red vinyl. Deftones is $33.99. We have Jimmy Buffett, One Particular Harbor, remastered. First time that's been reissued in a long time. Jimmy Buffett is $34.99. A classic album, the Bernie Grumman remastered. Joni Mitchell, Blue, $33.99 for Joni Mitchell Blue. Mud Honey, Super Fuzz Big Muff. That's on yellow vinyl. Mud Honey, $28.99. Hole, Live Through This. Hole is $34.99. And John Prine, his self-titled debut on clear vinyl, $29.99. No Little Richard that I know of. Lisa, there may be a Journey Frontiers being auctioned off tomorrow. I do not have the Mick Mars in stock, but I probably need to order it. Chris Stapleton Traveler. We auctioned off an open copy last night. That's a 2LP new and sealed for $39.99. We have the Dead Kennedys, Give Me Convenience or Give Me Death. That's a greatest hits retrospective, $28.99. Harry Styles is $33.99. Dirty Dancing is $29.99. Kings of Leon, Mechanical Bull, $44.99 for Kings of Leon. Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream, $56.99. Drive-By Truckers, English Oceans, 10th anniversary on blue vinyl, $34.99. Duran Duran. So yeah, here starts some of the newest stuff. That's the only Duran Duran album left in the store. $33.99 for that. We have The Heart Greatest Hits that comes out Friday. Last copy for $36.99. Queensryche Promised Land clear vinyl, $38.99. Bjork's Greatest Hits, $46.99. And then several Wasp albums. Self-titled, $33.99. Headless Children, $39.99. Golgotha, $34.99. Babylon, $29.99. Inside the Electric Circus, $38. And Crimson Idol on red vinyl, $33.99. Stray Cats Greatest Hits. This is the new stuff from the night. There's only 4 records left. Stray Cats Greatest Hits, $33.99. Stray Cats Live at the Roxy, $33.99. Black Crowes Pink Vinyl, $39.99. And then the new Kicks, Cool Kids White Vinyl, $41.99. The Japanese stuff will probably be, let me think about this, Friday. It will be Saturday. The Japanese stuff will be Saturday. We will not see Japanese LPs again till Saturday. Laura's not here, John's here, so we'll need those auctions for Saturday. Yes. Saturday with Japanese. Thunderball and You Only Live Twice, both mono. I can come up with those. No other Wham albums tonight. Nope. No other Wham albums tonight. Okay. So, with that being said, I wanted to stop right now, quarter till. The feed will begin again for random collectibles, posters, specifically movie posters, original movie posters, other random collectibles that could pop up in these bins like magazines, lobby cards, and possibly even autographs. There could be some. That's going to start in a minimum of 15 minutes. I'll say at the latest, maybe 10 after. Because it won't take me long to bring stuff up here, but instead of being, I'll just be able to concentrate a lot better if I can eat some food. Last 2 nights I've misprepared with food, okay? I usually don't do this, but I ended the show early last night. I'd rather end now and then reboot. And I think y'all know how I am about that. That way we can really focus. And we'll be starting about the same time we did last night. We'll do it at probably a solid 2 hours as long as everybody's awake with me. So you'll see the feed reboot. It will say post. I'll probably title it Poster Sale, Live Poster Sale, just FYI. So any last questions? I'm going to go over here and throw this trash away, and then I'm going to come over. I'm going to say the feed is ending. I'm going to end it, and then I'm going to come back in about 15 to 20 we'll say 15 to 25 minutes. I'll be back to start part 2 of posters. Hope everybody's ready. Hope everybody's excited because we're about to get into some of the new, deep Fred Goodwin stuff. Eventually, I'll get to where we have it prepared and we can have some hot pictures for some of these posters that's going to be sold at auction, which we'll do at normal time, okay? Kings of Leon was $44.99. All right, with that being said, I'm signing off. I'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes, and we're going to do posters and other stuff, and I hope everybody who's interested in that, let me know. It's been a great night of vinyl. We have sold a lot. We sold almost as much as we did last night in shorter amount of time. which is great. I'll be right back. Don't forget, and make sure you have notifications turned on, Facebook and YouTube, so you don't forget. Thank you and good night, unless you're coming back.